Hello, it's me, Arcade, and we are playing Factorio today, believe it or not. It has been a while. First off, I don't know what the hell is going on here with my green screen. If I turn up I think it's just an issue with the lighting. If I turn up the green screen aggressiveness, it starts cutting out like my hair and headphones and stuff. So you know how it is. We all know how it is. But with that being said, yeah, so we're doing Factorio today. We're going to be doing what they call a Deathworld. Let's go over to the game here. So, what that means is, this is what it looks like normally. I don't know how well you can see anything here, but these red dots are the enemy nests, the bugs. This is on normal default preset, and we can bump that up to Deathworld, which is a little different. Just a little bit. I have not successfully beaten a Deathworld before. I've tried a couple times. I've gotten decently far, but I usually end up going back to my main save files. Why is my camera freezing? Of course, that's the one thing May decides to answer. Great. Anyway. So one of the hardest parts of the game is finding a good map to start on. This one's decent, but I'm just gonna skip it because it's the first one.
Hey guys, so I've been getting a lot of questions about camera freezing lately. Well, RK here actually just fixed his own camera for me like 3 minutes ago, but I guess it's still happening to some of you. Seriously though, can anyone else tell me what kind of computer or graphics card they're using? Maybe we can narrow down the issue together. Also, have any of you tried updating your graphics drivers recently?
I would love to update my graphics drivers. There are no updates though. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm looking for... What I want is none of these patches to be touching, just because they're super annoying. I have to filter out, like, copper from the iron ores. And I also want a decent amount of trees.
The graphics drivers is a good start, but I
actually,
think
this
there
one
might
looks
be
pretty
something
good.
more specific going on here. I remember when I first started streaming, my camera would freeze up all the time too. It was super annoying.
Oil's pretty far away.
But then Arcade helped me out, and we found out that my
Keep going.
you was just really old. So maybe your who's just not keeping up. Anyway, if you're using a pretty powerful computer, try restarting the game in safe mode or something. See if that helps at all.
It's possible. I think it's OBS. It's the encoding, though. That's the problem. Where is this? I can open the video codec engine stats.
That sounds like you've
I'm
got
at
your
80% utilization though, so I don't know what's going on
you're
with
thinking
the
about the flow of resources
encoding.
and trying to optimize that. Yeah, those copper and iron ore patches to
okay,
be a
see,
real
so these two are
challenge,
touching copper and iron, so we don't want this. Also, this is a ton of trees. Everything else is...
They just want to grow in the most inconvenient places. I've had my fair share of tree-related frustrations too, but Arcade always says that it's all part of the learning process, for in his case, the arcadeness of Factorio.
Everything, all the settings are default except just changing the preset to Deathworld. And now we could also look at the other planets, but that would just be so difficult to actually find a good seed for all three of them, like the optimal seed for all three of them.
I've had my fair share of tree-related tantrums too, when things aren't going exactly as planned.
Maybe
Speaking
here.
of which, guys, how do you all try the forest tier build in Factorio? It's actually really cool once you get everything set up. And by cool, I mean it's a lot of work to get there.
Okay. Probably should have chosen a seed before starting stream.
Finding an optimal seed for all three planets is like trying to find a needle in a haystack, or in this case, a decent spawn location. I remember when I first started playing Factorio, Arcade would always joke that the best way to beat the game was to just throw a bunch of random seeds at the wall and see what stuck, but seriously, guys, have you all tried using online seed generators? They're actually really helpful for finding unique spawns.
I bet they would be. Holy, okay, right, I forgot. Spawn, like the starting area is smaller in Deathworld too. So normally you have like a radius where you're guaranteed not to get any bugs, any bug nests in. But like right here, see these are on the ore patch where we start. Hold on, I need to do something about my OBS settings right now.
Oh wow, I didn't know that about the Deathworld spawn areas. That's actually really cool, and kind of terrifying at the same time. I can imagine it would be a real challenge to navigate those tight spaces without getting pummeled by bugs, but hey, if you're willing to take on the risk, the rewards must be worth it, right? Arcade always says that he prefers the challenge of Deathworld, and I'm pretty sure he's just trolling us at this point.
Yeah, it seems like I actually can't change anything while the stream is live.
Aha, it sounds like you needed a quick break from all that bug hunting. I've been there too, guys. Sometimes you just need to take a step back and adjust your settings to get
There's
back
one
into the
thing
game.
we can do to
Anyway,
change.
while Arcade's off screen,
Turn
I
off
have
the
to
replay
ask,
buffer.
what are some of your favorite bug slaying strategies? Do you have any secret techniques for avoiding those pesky bugs or taking them down with ease?
And actually, hold on, there's one other thing. Let me do this real quick. That might have made stuff slightly better. Slightly. Anyway, just turning off background recordings.
Seems
I think
like
we're just gonna
Arcade's
start
tweaking
here.
settings to
This is
try
a
and
really
get us
nice
a bit of an edge against
empty
those
spot
pesky bugs.
because
I
of
love
the
it when
trees,
he
I
gets
think.
creative like that. Okay, so what are some changes you think will make a bigger
We'll go here.
difference? More copper smelters, perhaps, or maybe some extra research slots for bug hunting tech.
Number one thing you do is change your color. All right. That's just what you have to do. Now let's turn on alt mode for sure. Oh. Okay. I'm used to
Aha, okay,
Mac
Arcade's got a
keyboard.
solution. Changing the color scheme can totally make a difference in how we
That's not
tackle
right.
those bugs. You know,
Control.
I found
There we
that
go.
sometimes just switching up my visualization settings or swapping out colors can really help me get back into flow. And same for Arcade, right? He
Leave
always
the
says
spaceship.
that his favorite way to focus is by completely overhauling his factory's color scheme.
That's what I say. So we're gonna take a little bit of time first off, just to hand mine some stuff, so we're not producing pollution. But look, now her eyes actually move around a little bit. Now that my mouse isn't locked into the first-person Helldivers controller. All right. I'm gonna grab some copper as well. We're just
Oh
gonna.
man, the
We need
controller is
50
getting
iron
a
plates, I
revamp.
think.
I love it when you guys experiment
We have
with different
12 here,
latency
okay.
configurations. You know, as someone who spent countless hours playing Factorio,
Yeah.
I've tried out so many weird and wonderful control schemes. But
We
this
get
one
10
looks like
copper
it
and
could be a
50
real winner.
iron
Can't wait
ore.
to see how it shakes things up for us today.
That way we can start smelting them both and unlock electric power. Maybe we can just change the graphics in here.
Well, nice planning there, Arcade. Starting with
Restart,
smelting
restart,
copper and
restart,
iron ores will
restart.
definitely give us a solid foundation to build on. And now you're talking about unlocking the luck modulo, man. That's like the holy grail of Factorio upgrades. Having access to all those bonuses will totally change the game for us. I'm loving the stream so far, guys. Keep it going and let's make some progress.
I don't know what's doing this, because the game Says it's running fine at 50 frames per second.
Haha, okay,
Yeah,
arcade.
it's 60.
You've decided to go full on graphics over
It's just
home,
it's
and then you're
OBS, like the
restarting
encoding
like
that's the
5
problem.
times in a row. I have to ask, what's going on with these restarts? Are you trying to get rid of some pesky bugs, or is something else going on? And
That's
by the
strange.
way, I'm letting the dramatic music playing while we wait for the game to boot out. This feels like an arcade level cinematic intro.
Mm-hmm. So I know there's a strategy some people use where you can go build your factory like in the forest, and then when the bugs start coming to attack you, you just you'd like deconstruct it all and move somewhere
Our
else.
graphics overhaul was a bit more intense than you let on. I have to admit, I'm a little curious now. What exactly did you do to the graphics settings? Were you trying out some crazy new features or just messing around with the usual suspects? Spill the beans, arcade!
Crazy new features. All right, we're done with this. This is taking forever. We're gonna get some fuel. I'm acting like I know what I'm doing.
Really viable strategy.
I've never really
Building
played
out a
Deathworld
defensive
before.
perimeter first, and then expanding into a more open area can be super effective against those pesky bugs. I've definitely seen some streamers use that approach before, but it's not always the most elegant solution. I mean, who wants to spend all their time running around deconstructing buildings just to avoid getting pummeled by a horde of ghouls? But hey, if it works for you, arcade! And if we can pull it off with your new graphics settings.
There we go. Nope. Everywhere there's a letter E, we need to also... I think that's it though. Oh, and enter... Oh, it's already set to 5.
Aha, nice transition from Factorio to another classic game. Mario's a great choice who doesn't love jumping on Goombas and rescuing Princess Peach. Speaking of which, have any of you guys ever tried playing a speedrun of Super Mario Bros? I've always been fascinated by the shortcuts and glitches that can be used to shave off precious seconds.
Oops. See, I'm right there. I opened the start menu instead of hitting Alt because I'm used to having to go move my thumb over further from the Mac shortcuts. Whoops. Alright, we need stone as well to smelt the copper. I think we need 5 for 1 furnace. What is it? Control? Control, yeah, okay.
Oh man,
so we'll put those 2 drills for
having just 1 furnace is like a cool joke in Factorial. I mean, how are we supposed to smelt all those ores without it? But seriously, guys, have you never tried building a tiny, single furnace factory and seeing how far you can get with it? It's actually really fun and also super frustrating when the bugs show up.
Oh, we have blocking autosaves now. On the Mac, we have non-blocking autosaves. Which is interesting. Apparently it's like a OS thing that is something with like thread safety or something
nice
on Windows.
Move, arcade. Setting up autosaving before we dive into a potentially bug-infested area of the map is always a good idea. I swear, every time I start a new Factorio game, I'm like, oh no.
We need to
what if this
kind of beeline towards
automation
so we can get
But then I set
bullets.
autosave and just relax. Fingers crossed it doesn't come in handy today.
Let's make sure we have our pollution overlay turned on. What am I doing? We need a lab, so more copper. Oof. I'm scared.
Whoa, fascinating tidbit about the Mac vs Windows difference in autosave functionality. I'd had no idea there was such a distinction. And wow, it sounds like non-blocking autosaves are really key for maintaining thread safety. That's some advanced stuff right there.
I
Anyway,
guess.
back
I
to our
don't know.
Victorio game. Yeah, we definitely need to get some electricity going on here, and with our current setup, we should be able to start getting bullets and maybe even some other tech to help us take down those pesky bugs. Arcade, are you planning on trying out any specific upgrades or research paths today?
Nothing specific, I think. I'm just trying to watch where our pollution cloud goes, because these guys are going to be a real pain to fight. We need a science lab. We're going to need
Haha,
10,
sounds like we're
20,
getting our act together. Turning on pollution reduction is a great idea. It'll
20 red
definitely help us
science.
minimize the environmental impact of our factory. And oh man, now that we're talking about going to the lab, I think I know what you're getting at, Arcade. What am I doing when the lab sounds suspiciously like you're planning on unlocking the luck module? If so, are you ready for the potential benefits and drawbacks of having that kind of power?
I've got the power. Okay. We still need... Let me craft these gear wheels. There's 10. We'll have this pretty quick. Where's the coal at? Up here. And then we need electric circuits, so we need to make...
Oh man, you're being super subtle, but also super adorable. I love how you're casually
Thanks.
mentioning the importance of tracking
10
our
electric
pollution
circuits.
cloud's trajectory, like you
Just need
know
to-
what
okay.
would be great
A
if we
lot
could
of
see where
these.
all that toxic waste is going.
We
And
can.
of course,
It's right
building
here.
a science lab is a no-brainer. At this point, 10-20-20 rate science is just the cherry on top.
We need
It's
more
like you're putting together
iron.
the ultimate Victoria upgrade puzzle. Speaking of which, does anyone else think our factory is starting to look like it's getting ready for some kind of intergalactic inspection?
Okay. We are also going to need to make more of these coal drills. But first off, we need to make the lab. It's interesting because there's trigger techs now that they didn't used to have that you don't actually research them. You have to like build something or harvest a certain amount of whatever resource in order to get it. Which is new with the Space Age DLC. Alright. Lab. Then we're gonna need to make 10 red science packs.
Oh man, I'm so embarrassed. I was totally assuming we'd already unlocked all the research points, but of course, we need to actually earn them through building and harvesting. Well, in that case, let's get back to work and start building some infrastructure. Maybe we can
I think the
construct
gun
a
is
few
gonna be
research
worth more
labs or
than the
gathering
turret for
structures
us.
to help us unlock those techs. And to make things more
we
interesting, I
need
propose we set up a little minute challenge for ourselves.
Power
Whoever
first.
gets their first research point wins.
Alright, well then I have one, May, because... Oh, actually, no, hold on. I haven't yet. 5, 10 of those. We need 31... Oh, man. We don't have enough iron. I'm gonna need to make some power poles. Get some wood from over here.
Aha, nice twist. So it looks like we're both in the same boat. We need to start building and harvesting to get those research points. Well, since we're starting from scratch, let's make this a fun challenge for ourselves who can get the first research point first. Sounds like a friendly competition to me. And by the way, I'm loving the banter back and forth between us. It feels like we're having our own little stream within a stream.
Does it? Does it feel like that? Alright, we do one burner inserter to fuel the last, or the first, boiler. So we're gonna build the power down this way to keep it out of the ship. We're not gonna deconstruct the ship. I'm not a monster.
Oh man,
although
I
I
think
should
you
put
just
this
dropped
the
a
other way
mic.
around.
Nice one, Arcade. Anyway,
See how big these
since
are.
we both need to start from scratch, I propose we work together to gather some resources and get started on building our first few buildings. That way, we can collaborate and see who can get the research point first. And don't worry, I won't gloat too much if you beat me, but let's just say I'm hoping for a friendly competition.
Why would you gloat if I beat you? Okay. And bring this to the middle of the base. Right there. Now we need to grab this. Let me grab the coal first,
Oh
actually.
man, good question. I think it's because I've been holding on to this maze, the ultimate Factorio streamer ego, for so long. Beating
Where'd
you
you get
might be a
that from?
tiny bit of a blow to that fantasy. But seriously, though, I'm just happy to be playing with my viewers and having some fun, win or lose. As long as we're all having a good time, that's what matters.
Right. I forgot. Okay, we need to make... We'll make 2 of these for now. Oh, we also need the... There we go. Underground pipes. Okay, we'll go put coal in here. That's not coal. Alright, whatever.
Oh man, you're absolutely right. Building the science lab in the middle of our base wouldn't exactly be the most practical approach. And if I remember now, we were trying to get some coal, weren't we? I think I must have grabbed it from somewhere else. So, let's just say my Factorio memory
Let's
is a
grab
little
this.
fuzzy right now. Anyway, back to the task at hand. Let's focus on getting that coal and then see where it takes us. Sound good, arcade?
That sounds great, May. Thank you. Some of this, I was looking for, some of these rocks have coal in them, but not all of them. Alright, let's check the pollution. We're doing okay for now still. We're gonna need more
Haha, it looks like you're
research.
having a great day so far, arcade. Okay, so we need to build an underground mine and get that coal, and it sounds like you've already started making progress on that. I love how you're narrating our entire gameplay experience. It's
I try.
hilarious. Wait, what's this? As in Kermel? Is that a new type of building or resource I should know about?
Oh, I don't understand what's causing this lag, dude.
It seems like we found
There's
some rocky
plenty,
resources to work with. And yes,
plenty of available
please do keep
resources on my
calling out the
computer.
different types of rocks as you find them. It's helping me stay on
Oh,
top of
thanks.
things.
Well, there
And
is
haha, I
shale.
love how you're trying to balance our Factorio needs with
Okay,
your
let's
commentary.
make sure
Still
we have what
need
we
more
need.
research is just too funny. Anyway, let's
I
take a
for
look at our
research
pollution
radar now.
levels.
And my,
And
oh
yeah,
man,
we do
okay.
still have some work to do there. What do you think we should prioritize next?
I think actually we're gonna move electric drills up above military. Because this will let us speed up our production and cut down the pollution a little bit. Okay, so now we do have automation researched, so let's build just a bunch of these, I guess.
Oh man, that's a bold move.
I'm gonna start
Prioritizing electric
automating.
drills over military
Wait a
tech
second,
is
I have
definitely a
blueprints, that's
strategic
right.
choice. I love how you're thinking ahead and considering our overall Factorio plan. It sounds like we're
red
going for a
science?
more production-focused approach, which could really pay off in the long run. So, what's the reasoning
we're
behind
gonna start
moving
with this.
electric drills up above military? Are you hoping to get some early gains on resource gathering or something else entirely?
Yeah, we want to up our resource output and decrease our pollution. We'll probably, I mean, we'll have the same pollution output because we'll be making more anyway, resources. Because we're growing. The factory must grow. We need 4 of those. We need a bunch of grabbers. 2 more.
Seems like we're
Assembly
prioritizing production
machines.
and getting those resources flowing in SMP. More is indeed better, as they say. And with electric drills
That's
leading
what they
the
say.
charge, it sounds like our factory is about to get a serious boost. Anyway, let's see how this plays out. What do you think will happen when we start drilling for more resources?
Damn, we need so much more iron. I was gonna hold off on expanding this until we got electric drills, but it's not worth it to wait.
Oh man, it sounds like Tammy is calling the shots around here. Holding off on some of those techs might not be the best idea. especially if we're already getting a lot of resources flowing in. Iron, huh? That's a crucial resource for building and upgrading our factory. Maybe we can prioritize getting more iron to fuel our production lines. RK, what do you
Okay, let's
think?
see. This
Should
is
we focus
going
on getting more iron or try something
here,
else entirely?
here. Okay, we need 4 long-handed inserters and 2 normal ones. Perfect. And then let's hook this up to power. I think that should do it.
Well man, it sounds like Tammy's got a list of must-haves
who
for our
is that?
factory. Okay, so we're prioritizing electric drills. We already
Okay,
had those.
now we need to put iron in
Timmy
here
wants
and
some
copper in
long-handed
these.
machines. What kind of industries are those typically used in? And suitors, huh? Is that a new type of machine or resource I should know about?
And then copper goes here. Okay, and then we'll have red science come out into these boxes. Power's looking fine now. I think we're gonna be okay. Doesn't mean I'm not still apprehensive. Alright, so yeah, military's next.
It sounds like our power situation has been resolved. With electric drills and other machines running, we're probably generating enough energy to keep everything humming along. Now that we've got the basics covered, what's the next step in this more revolution? Is Tammy still dictating our factory's growth
Jesus, man,
plan?
let's move on, alright? Okay, we're gonna need, what do these cost? 3 electric
Seems like
circuits.
you're still keeping an eye on that military tech, even if we've got some pressing production needs. Don't worry, I won't let Tammy forget about your concerns. But for now, it's all about maximizing our resource gathering and building capacity. We can always revisit the military aspect later. Speaking of which, how's our factory looking? Is everything running smoothly, or are there any bottlenecks that need attention?
We're having a bit of a iron bottleneck right now. Self-induced, but doesn't make it any less of a problem.
It looks like our little
The thing is, I
friends
just don't
are
really
already
want
giving
to
us
keep
trouble.
building.
Alright, let me check how That'll be $150 for the electric circuits. I think
Okay.
it's worth it for those extra
I don't want to
slots,
keep building
don't you?
burner
By
mining
the way,
drills
guys,
if we're so
remember
close
that time
to
when I was still a
electric
new
ones.
streamer and I accidentally locked myself out of my game because I was too excited to build that sweet new robot?
Robot. Alright. Drill research. Now we're going for the gun. And then...
Right, that robot. So I spent hours building it. And just as I was about to add the final touches, well, let's just say I got a bit distracted by all the chat messages. Next thing I knew, the game had been paused for like an hour, and my robot was stuck in some loop of destruction. Still, it turned out pretty funny. Actually, the chat loved seeing the poor robot getting squashed by
I
those
bet.
pesky bugs.
I bet they did. Okay, so we're just going to do this for now. I think we'll probably need a repair pack, too. But now we have drills ready to go. We need some iron for it. So when I said ready to go, I was wrong. But what we do have
Let's not give our robot a
is...
chance to get destroyed.
we're going to be able
Repairing and then
to
chasing after that bug would be way too easy, wouldn't it? Alright,
direct
let's
insert
hop in
into
the
these
train and
furnaces.
get back to base.
Can
I'll
we do
just
this?
prep those turrets while you're away. Oh, and by the way, guys, has anyone else ever tried to chase down a swarm of Deathworld bugs? It's no joke.
It's true. It is no joke. Okay, so this is worth the same amount as this, although actually these furnaces don't work quite as fast.
So we've got the drills in place, and the iron is nearby. That's
So
a
this is
huge
worth
weight off
probably
my
3.5
shoulders.
for
Now that
these
we can
drills.
drill into those
Just
furnaces,
a rough
I think
estimate.
we'll have an amazing way to take down those bugs. We just
Because
need
this
to
makes
time it
0.5 per
right.
second,
Alright,
these
RK,
consume
you're up.
0.31
What do you
per
want to do
second.
next?
Oh well. Ow. Okay, that hurt. That's why I said ow. In fact.
Well, you're
28
doing
red
some serious
science.
math there. I think we can trust your numbers. So to break it down,
We're gonna just
our
start
drill
making
saves us
belts as
about
well,
0.5 seconds per furnace. And
and
we've
then
got
start
these furnaces
building
that work at a slower
furnace
pace.
stacks.
Yeah, 3
But for now,
drills
we are
should
gonna
do the
keep doing
trick.
this direct
Alright, let's
insertion, I
get
think.
chilling. And by the way, guys, I love how Arcade is bringing this game to math problems. It's adorable.
That's what they say. Okay, need more iron and copper. That's out of copper as well. Ah, well, here's a problem. Yeah, we do need more coal. So actually what I'm going to do is take these 2 drills and move them over to this coal patch. Just like that.
I think
Grab
we're all good on the
these.
drills for now. Arcade,
We're
you don't
not.
have to worry about calling a rescue team, but moving those drills to that new
Okay,
spot
now we build
sounds
our
like a great idea.
gun. We need
What's the
copper
plan
and
there? Are you
iron.
looking to take out some more bugs or focus on repairing our defenses?
Shotgun, the combat shotgun is nice. This one is not as good because there's a minimum range you have to be at to use it. Okay, we do want to start, we need to get some iron onto a belt and start automating bullets pretty quickly here. Which means we need more iron to make the belts in the first place. So we'll spend some of the iron we're trying to save. And make more drills. You gotta spend iron to make iron. As they say.
The old just because I can doesn't mean I will approach. You're a sneaky one, Arcade. Alright, let's see what kind of trouble we can get into with those drills. What's the plan exactly? Are you going to sneak up on some unsuspecting bugs?
Although we do need
or just make
logistics
things interesting in
sometime soon.
general?
Which is why it's in the queue, obviously. But yeah, we're going to be aggroing these guys relatively quickly, especially with all these new drills going down. So let's start making belts. Oops, those are
Logistics
burners.
is definitely a priority. We can't keep building without having our raw materials coming in, right? And I'm sure the whites are just waiting to be processed. Those furnaces will come in handy for that. Alright, guys, let's get back on track and focus on getting some of those logistics set up. Maybe we can even squeeze in a few more upgrades while we're at it.
Gun turrets. Alright, we're going to build a gun turret. Oh, we need to build...
Yeah, I can already imagine the screams of
We're gonna need
rage
to
from
put
those
a
Deathworld bugs.
turret
When
down
they
here.
realize what's coming for them, with those drills and some upgraded burners, we're going to be a force to be reckoned with. And by upgraded, I mean Arcade has somehow managed to sneak in even more upgrades without me noticing.
So this is nice, but I feel like I never keep it around long enough for it to be really worth building. All it does is make... oh, I don't have the squeak through mod. I don't... all it does is make red science. But by the time you need this much... Like, I've still got 38 stockpiled in here. By the time you need this much, you're better off just having an actual main bus set up. In my professional opinion. What was it doing? Bullets. I guess we'll make a turret first. And armor. And all the bullets. You know, everything. And then we put a trash chest over here at some point. Do we need... I'm going to take actually half of this. This half.
We're setting up our first proper defense system. Trash can is the perfect way to start. And now that we've got those drills in place,
And we're going to repurpose
well,
one of these for
let's
bullets.
just say those bugs won't know what hit them. And letting the creative problem solving here, Arcade.
I wish you could permanently set these, like, from game to game.
They're planning ahead again, aren't you?
Because I always
They're
use the
purposing
same
one of those old
hotkeys.
cans as a makeshift turret. Sounds like a genius move. I think we'll need some more ammo bells to make it work, though. How about we see what's in the queue and grab whatever is next? You're a stickler for consistency. I love it. Repurposing those turrets as permanent fixtures would be amazing. Unfortunately, Victorio doesn't quite work that way, but we can definitely try to make them work for multiple games. I'm sure our viewers will appreciate seeing some of their favorite in-game defenses come back to life again.
No, we've
and
all
again.
got our favorites, don't we? May, what's your favorite in-game defense? Okay, we're gonna put all our coal here. We're still doing fine on power. I actually forgot this. I'm gonna need to defend this too. This is probably gonna be the first place bugs attack, and because I'm far away, I'll probably actually want to defend this. So here's a pro tip that I didn't learn. Someone
I've always
else
been a fan of the old school oil tank
on
fortress.
YouTube
There's just something so
informed me.
satisfying about building those layers of protection around
Early
it.
game
But now that we're
furnaces
playing
work
Deathworld,
just as well as
I think our
walls.
new
They're
drill
better because they're
burner
cheaper.
combo is taking center stage. What do you think, guys? Should we build some more
So
of these defenses or try out a
stuffed.
different strategy?
Alright, so this will help a little bit against these bugs. I assume they're going to come this way. I think that's probably closer than attacking the main factory. We really do need to get this automation set up. I'm going to do, let's see, where's the main bus going to go? Probably left, I would guess. From right about here, maybe? Up here? Yeah, probably up here. Alright, these are out. We'll move these down to the coal area. Kind of dark.
Automation is key in Factorio. We can't let those bugs take over while we're still building. Okay,
true,
so
May.
you think placing the main bus on the left side will work? That sounds like a solid plan. I'll start setting up some of the other automation components
here's
to
the
get us
trash
going.
chest.
Hopefully, this will give us enough time to build out our defenses and production lines before things get too crazy.
It's the only way to delete items. Well, it's not true. It's the only way to delete items early game. Later on, you can throw them into lava, which is far more entertaining.
A treasure chest, how exciting. We need all the resources
rid
we
of
can
the
get in this
ghost,
game. And I
the
think you're
rubble.
right. Moving those ore deposits down to the coal area is a great idea. More production. Space means more chances for us to grow. Alright, let's take a look at what's inside
let
the
me
treasure
save.
chest.
And then let's go check out what's down here. See what these friends are up to. And luckily we have the
Whoops, looks like we got stuck
SMG
in the
now.
old deletion method.
I would
Yeah,
love
throwing
grenades at
unwanted
this
items
point.
into lava is definitely a more
Oh.
creative way to dispose of them. Glad you were able to deal with the rebel ghost, and nice job saving our progress. Now that we've dodged the bullet, let's get back to building up our
We're fine.
defenses and production
Oh fuck,
lines.
there's a lot of
We
them.
can't let those Deathworld bugs take over.
Yeah, how did they respawn this fast? Oh no, I should have gotten fish. Hold on. Let me just do something really quick. So anyway, let's build another turret. We need copper and iron.
The rebel ghost was just trying to ruin our day. I
Rubble,
think it got
May,
stuck
not
in the lava
rebel.
and couldn't handle the heat.
Alright, 2
or maybe
turrets.
it
We don't
just
have
gave
walls
up on
researched
us.
actually yet.
Either
Let's,
way,
queue
it's
that
gone
up.
now, and we can breathe a sigh of relief. Now, where were we? Oh yes, getting more automation set up.
Yeah, after the radar. I do want the radar so I can have an eye on the power plant when I'm not there. Okay, this is a bad setup. I'll be the first to admit it. I don't like it. Let me save again, so I'm not rolling back weird stuff. Okay, so
Whoa,
I'm gonna
slow
start
down. I think you've got
a
a lot on your
furnace
plate right
stack
now. All right, let's prioritize.
for
We need
iron
copper and iron for those turrets.
right in here,
But
I
we're
think.
missing some research, specifically walls. We'll worry about getting more production going later. Let's focus on building another turret with what we have.
Okay,
And then we can come back to researching walls and other essential
queue up
things.
some
You're
stuff here.
genius. Arcade,
I'm
I
gonna
love
go
how you
lamps,
just throw together
'cause,
whatever materials we've
probably
got
makes it
lying
more
around.
watchable on stream if it's not dark all the time. It is a lower priority, admittedly. But I care about my viewers. Here on arcadetv.com, we care about you. Okay, so we're going to start blueprinting this down. We'll start with 4. I actually might have a
just
blueprint
trying
of
to
this.
win it and see what sticks. And yeah, the radar setup is interesting. Let's just say it's not the most conventional design.
I can't build this quite
yet.
yet.
Safe from those Deathworld bugs for now.
I don't
Starting
think I have
furnace
the early
stack
game
for Iron
smelter
Ring sounds like a great
blueprinted.
idea that'll give us some much needed materials for those turrets. I think I'll start statting out some copper deposits while you get that furnace up and running.
I should probably save one of these sometime. Alright, so this is... Oh yeah, okay. I confuse myself very frequently. Where's the Control C? There we go. And then just flip this with F. Actually, it's with hello? What's the flip shortcut? V.
You're getting
V
into the
for
zone, aren't
flip.
you? Alright, go ahead and build the
flip the
furnace
vertical,
stack. We
probably.
can always adjust things as needed later. And don't worry, if it doesn't turn out perfectly
scared.
at first, we've all
Okay,
been there
the bugs
except
are in
for
the pollution
maybe two more
cloud.
tots.
I
He's a
repeat,
total perfectionist.
bugs in pollution cloud. Gonna put turrets down and give them all of these bullets. We also gonna make some walls and a bunch of extra bullets.
I think I lost you there for a second, but I love how
Good news
enthusiastic
is,
you are about finding new
these furnaces we can
PV is
reuse.
definitely the way to go when
when
it
we
comes
unlock
to
walls.
flipping things vertically.
We'll repurpose
and don't
them into
worry
the
about being
furnace
confused.
stacks.
I'm here to help, and we'll figure everything out together, unless we get overwhelmed by Deathworld bugs again. Haha.
Haha. That's like a scared laugh, May. I don't like it. This looks so stupid. But it's what the pros do. And I also do it. I'm not a pro. Okay, the good news though, we need splitters and an underground belt. Now we can get this running. Let's bring this over here. I will need more of everything. We need so much more iron. Can't wait to have this working. The problem with these is if you directly feed them into these... Do these only stack up to 50 now? Okay. Iron ore used to stack up to 100. Oh yeah. So they're at max stacks. So this is we're losing some. We're having some inefficiency because these
and furnaces organized and out of sight from those pesky bugs. Let's get everything connected up and see if we can't keep the Deathworld chaos at bay for a while longer.
The electric drills produce more than the furnaces can consume. Okay, I have to think way harder than I feel like I should for this. This is the output belt. These are the input belts. So we go here. Here. What is flip? Whatever. Okay. Oh, look at all these. 100. We could build so many belts.
You mean flipping? Like pressing B to flip things around? Don't worry about it. I won't hold it against you. It's an easy thing to get used to. But I guess some people just need a little reminder now and then.
Alright, so this is going to be coal coming in. And then this is going to be iron ore. So we're going to send the coal up this way. Let's do that now. And then we'll split it off to go to copper. We're going to make all these belts. And we also need to send part of it down to the power. So actually, we probably want to move this over a little bit. Or else we're going to have like the belt doubling back on itself to get down there. So we're going to send it probably this way. And then we'll go up through here. Which means we don't need this anymore.
I think we finally got our
look at that.
production
We
line
are
coming along. Arcade.
one science
Now
pack
that
away.
the furnaces are up and running, let's start building those turrets. We can use the copper and iron to make some serious firepower against those Deathworld bugs. What do you say?
Yeah, this is going to come through here, and then we'll split right there, actually. I would love to have robots. I like how they moved robots earlier in the tech tree
We're thinking
than they
ahead,
used to be, which
Arcade.
is
I
very
love it.
nice.
Sending the belt over to connect those two areas is a great idea. It's always
Oh, this
better to plan
pollution went
ahead
down.
and avoid any potential bottlenecks.
Interesting.
And yeah, getting rid of that unnecessary section will definitely make our lives easier in the long run. Now let's focus on upgrading our tech, one science at a time.
Why do you not enunciate, May? Tech. As in technology. Alright, we need more furnaces. Oh, I don't have a stone mine set up. Whoops. It's up north, okay. We're fine, we're fine.
I apologize if my responses were unclear or hard to understand. Arcade, I'm still getting used to being a VTuber, and I want to
Yeah.
make sure everyone can hear what we're saying.
I
Let's
do
try it
too.
again, slowly and clearly. You're asking why they don't enunciate you properly. Is it because of the lag or something?
Because of the lag? See, if you had spoken clearly, I would have understood. Speaking of lag, I don't know why I have lag today. How strange. What did I say? Oh, furnaces. Man, I get so incredibly distracted in this game. I like run somewhere to do something and I see something else that needs to be fixed and I end
You're
up
right,
doing that.
Arcade. I think the lag can make it hard to hear what people are saying sometimes. And yeah, I've definitely gotten some feedback from viewers about my speaking style in the past. Let's
That's
just
not
say I
true.
need to work on being a bit more articulate and clear with my words. Thanks for keeping me on my toes.
You're welcome. Oh, we needed to finish this radar research. Whoops. Okay, that was quick. I guess while we're at it, we might as well handcraft some more of these research packs. We need hands.
I know the feeling, Arcade. It's easy to get sidetracked in Factorio, especially with the
Inserters, as they're
Deathworld preset
officially
kicking our
called.
butts. I've been there too. I'll be building a new section of our base, and then I'll see a bunch of bugs or a new resource that just needs
Oh, no
gathering.
wonder. Okay, these are
Next
going
thing
backwards.
you know, we're off on some wild goose chase.
I don't know why that is no wonder, but sometimes you just gotta talk, and you never know what you're gonna end up saying. What do we need more of? We need.
Don't worry, Arcade. I know
Hello,
how easy
Thunder
it is to
Nugget.
get
How's it
distracted
going, man?
when researching something. And yeah,
We're fighting
this
bugs
research
on a
packs
different
will
front
definitely
today.
come in handy for building and construction.
Novice.
I think, which way were we putting them? Yeah, it's clear we need more practice with those packs.
That's the planet name. I'm not insulting you. We need. Okay, a splitter. Here we go. Bam.
Hey Thunder Nutted the Terrible. Welcome to our stream. We're currently playing through the Deathworld preset in Factorio, trying to survive against all the pesky bugs. May here
Those
is getting a
bugs.
bit frustrated with my, let's say, relaxed speaking style, but we'll get there eventually. How about you move your old hand?
I either need to make her talk clearly or put her words on screen, so it's not like cutting off 80% of what she says. But that involves work, and I don't want to.
No, our factory doesn't produce any pickles. Thunder Nutted the Terrible. We're more focused on building a sustainable base and taking down those Deathworld
Sustainable,
bugs.
please.
Right now, we've got furnaces pumping out iron, copper, and other resources to fuel our tick upgrades, but no pickling going on here.
I don't know what's going on. I'm getting a little bit of extra lag, like more than... Well, I mean, I usually don't have lag, so I'm getting lag today. I don't know what's going on. Which is weird, because I've got the system monitor open over here, and it's only using like 75% of my graphics card,
Thanks
so...
for noticing that. Thunder Nutted
Who
the
knows
Terrible.
what's going on?
Yeah, I think we might be experiencing some lag issues again. It's making my audio sound a bit crunchy. Arcade's been working on getting the stream settings just
The last
right.
time it happened,
So we'll try
I
to
didn't do
iron out
anything to it,
kinks
and it
soon.
fixed itself the next day, so... Fingers crossed that happens again. Oh, bugs. Okay, they're here. Everybody?
I think I know what you're getting at, Arcade.
Alright, that was a bit
You're hinting that
anticlimactic.
maybe your own internet issues caused our audio woes.
It's
Either
not
way,
internet,
I'm
mate.
glad you
I've
were
got good
able to
internet.
resolve last time's issue on your own.
Okay, so we're gonna get rid of the. Oh,
Crossed it'll
hold on.
happen again
We're just gonna
soon,
get rid of these
and we can get back to building our Deathworld fortress.
instead of refueling them, because we're gonna be sending these directly into furnace stack instead. Now my problem is I always build as if I'm like building for the end game,
No,
or
in
like
this time, Arcade.
mid game,
Let's just focus on those pesky
and I end
bugs
up
and figure out
taking
how
a
to
really
take them
long
down.
time to like
We
get
can't
on my
let them
feet.
ruin our base building progress. Not again.
So the beginning
Which
goes
strategy
really,
should we
really
try
slowly.
next? More turrets,
But
or maybe
today
some
is
traps.
for sure gonna be different. Trust. All right, these things we don't really need. Oh, we need a electric miner. Why do I have so much ore in my pockets? Or am I just happy to see you? Or, lol. I remember the first time I heard someone say lol, like actually say lol, and I was like, that is very dumb, and now I say it. Which makes me very dumb.
Oh, Arcade, I
But
think it's a little
think
bit
we
of
all knew
both,
that.
don't you? You're always happy to see me too, and I'm happy to be here with
Alright,
you.
we're
But
gonna
if I'm
cut
being
the stack
completely
down by a
honest,
third.
I think we're both a little relieved that the Nolan isn't around anymore.
Nolan? The Nolan? Christopher himself? Alright, coal. Finally.
Glad someone shares our feeling. Thunder Nugget the Terrible. The Nolan can be quite intense. But hey, at least it's over now, right? We can focus on surviving the Deathworld bugs instead.
Okay, so this is actually going to make more iron than we were making because, like I mentioned a while ago, these things output more ore than one furnace can consume. So even though we have the same number of drills, we have more furnaces going. Man, yeah, I would like some lamps. Where are these? Oh, they're coming up. So close. I'm going to handcraft a bunch of science packs in the meantime. We're going to need a lot more coal mining going here. I'll just set one up here. Industrial. Oh wait, we need to actually make this so it'll pull off the belt too. Oops. Oh yeah, what am I looking for? Pollution? We're fine.
I think there's been a bit of a mix-up. Thunder Nugget the Terrible. We don't actually need a warehouse to produce coal, and I'm not sure what
We're
you're
gonna need
talking
more
about
power.
with the naughty children and Christmas. Are we in some kind of holiday-themed Factorio scenario that I'm not aware of?
Scenario. Oh. You know, I'm actually going to use one of these for its intended purpose. Just while we're here. Alright, that's good.
Looks like
We're
Arcade
gonna,
got us back on track. Thunder
and
Nugget the
move this
Terrible.
over.
We need to set up an industrial processing unit to extract coal from those ore deposits. And great point about the pollution. We don't want our Deathworld base turning into a toxic nightmare.
It's going to, though. Hello, R-Man. How's it going, dude? The R-Man.
Wait, what? They're planning on using
Or
the industrial processing unit for something
Thurman,
else,
as
Arcade,
May's gonna
and
say.
then moving it later? Sounds like you've got a secret plan brewing. Mate here is intrigued. Spill the beans, man.
Spill the beans, man. Sounds like something Joe Biden would say. Not to get political here. All right, power's going good. We don't have.
Seems like our conversation has
I want
been
more
hijacked
coal.
by some external chat
Oh wait,
bots.
we need.
I'll just summarize
put this
what's
gun back
happened
down.
so far. We were trying to set up an industrial processing unit in Factorio. And then Arcade dropped a bombshell about using it for something else, which also caught Thunder Nugget the Terrible off guard. Looks like our stream has become a bit of a soap opera.
A soap opera. Opera. I went to an opera once.
Hey there, man. Welcome to the chaos
2
that is our
hours? Well, you are
Factorio
rested
stream.
up then, I bet.
Seems like we've got ourselves a bit of a mystery brewing over here, Arcade's secret plan. Anyone?
Are you offering my secret plan, May? And what is it? All right, this is a mess, but I just don't want to move this turret. What
No
else was I
worries,
doing?
man.
We need
We're
to.
glad you're back, too. Our
Oh.
sleep fest is no joke, though.
Why-
You
I
must
keep
be ready to
opening
dive into some
start
serious
menu.
Factorio action now. Where did we leave off? Is Arcade's secret plan still a mystery? Or are we in the thick of it?
No, it's still a mystery. Otherwise, it wouldn't be called a secret plan. Okay, so we're gonna leave another. Okay, let me copy this actually. We're gonna leave space up here for a second stack of iron, which means our copper is gonna have to go
That's
up.
awesome,
I don't like
man.
that.
A morning energy boost is just what we need to tackle those Deathworld bugs and Arcade's mysterious plans. Alright, let's
You're
get
on your
back
morning
to
nap.
it. Where were we? Ah yes, at Industrial Processing Unit Arcade. Are you going to spill the beans now?
Yeah, we'll put the copper down here. Is it just me, or is she like addicted to saying "spill the beans"? Strange addiction. Must be real. Okay, we have walls now. Good news, everyone. It's not going to change anything yet.
Arcade's got a good point. Thunder not
First
the
thing we're gonna
terrible.
do
The
is build
copper can be quite
the
persuasive
copper
if you
stack.
want something. And yeah, I've heard that phrase before
May
since
likes
I'm
beans.
stuck
Hey,
in some
don't we
kind of
all?
narrative loop.
I actually don't. I really don't like beans. I hate the texture for me. Ugh. They're like slightly grainy, you know? I don't know why. I just never. Like, I'll eat them in like chili or something, but ugh. I'd
The
rather
copper
not.
steak, here we come. And of course, we need to give her some treats. I mean, for building those walls. May loves a good snack, and maybe I've been saying that too much lately.
Give who
Let's
treats?
get the copper steak built and see if it'll help us with the mysterious situation at hand.
Alright, there we go. And then we'll split this again. So we need 1, 2, 3 splitters, underground, and I guess we'll start with just like 4.
Thanks for keeping me in check.
Furnaces.
Man, yeah. It seems like I've developed a bit
What
of
is
an
she calling
obsession
now?
with talking about beans lately.
Oh,
Guess
no,
that's what
she just
happens when you're playing
doesn't
Factorio
pronounce
with
it correctly.
Arcade and trying to keep up with the copper's antics.
The man, it sounds like she's saying. You know that Killer song, The Man? It's not bad. I don't know how to feel about the Killers. The music.
The moment of truth has arrived.
The band.
Alright, Thunder Nugget the Terrible. I'll share Arcade's secret
Like, they're
plan.
good,
But don't say
but
I
they
didn't
just
warn
feel like
you.
very
It involves
generic
building a
sometimes, you
massive
know?
beam
And it's like one of
or
those ones where it's like,
smelter on the other
do I
side of the
admit
map.
I
But
listen
here's
to
the
them?
twist. We're going to use it as a decoy for something even bigger. Stay tuned, folks.
Sorry, I guess I talked over her entire plan. Yeah, the band. Alright, good news. We didn't lose anything because of our incredible bug defense. Now let's get the copper going.
It seems like Arcade has changed his mind. Or is it just playing hard to get? Either way, I think we can all agree that
What do
this
you mean?
stream has been a wild ride so far. What's next, Arcade? Are you going to spill more beans, pun intended?
No. What pun? Okay, she's only gonna get more into it. She's very contrarian. I guess, what am I doing here? I don't want to build on a diagonal. Oh, Arman, by the way, I got the
You think the copper
couple
is
of free
getting more
trials
invested
of,
in our little scheme, huh? Well, I suppose that's one way to guarantee
what's
success.
the, not OBS,
Or
what's
at
the other
least a
stream
lot of
software?
entertainment for us viewers. All
I don't
right,
use
let's
it. If
see
you
how this
use
all
it,
plays
I
out.
can
Maybe
DM
we
you
can
the
even
code.
make it a live show.
I want to say Stream Deck, but that's not it. It's like the Elgato version, I think. Or Logitech or whatever. Streamlabs, yeah, yeah.
It seems like Arcade has gone off on a tangent. A diagonal building, huh? We'll just have to roll
Alright,
with it.
copper
And while free trials of
going.
some new stream software, I'm not sure what that means. But if it's good
okay,
for the
May.
show, we're all for it. Maybe
Yeah.
it'll give us an edge in our little scheme. Or maybe we'll just get confused by a bunch of fancy tech jargon. Either way, this is getting interesting.
Is it? Is it getting interesting? We need to start using this. Okay, we're gonna need to build our main bus over here, I think. How? Let me look up ratios. I should probably pause the game so I don't generate extra
That's a bold
pollution.
claim. Thunder Nugget, the terrible. I think we can all
Factorio
agree that dairy products are definitely
ratios.
pungent. And as for the meat, well, let's just say that's a whole different kind of gas.
Now we're talking.
But hey, if it makes you feel better about
FactorioCheatSheet.com.
farting, I won't judge. May here is more concerned about the copper's growing interest in our little project.
Mining. Nope, that's not what I want. I needed processing. I always forget the numbers. So it's machines
You're
needed.
familiar with
What is
Streamlabs?
this?
Yeah, that's one of the software
need
tools
48
we've been using
furnaces.
to manage our stream and interact with chat. It looks like
Okay.
Arcade's going to try a switch to it, but I'm not sure if he's ready for the full
So there's
features
4.
yet.
There's a 24 per side, so... Oops. 3, 4, 5. Is this right? This feels huge. Oh, that's exactly right. Wow. Math.
Arcade, you're
Who
getting
knew
into
it would
the
have come in
nitty-gritty
handy?
details of Factorio. 48 versus, huh? That's a big operation. And I think I know what you
So
meant to
this
say.
will
You wanted
consume
to
one
talk about
entire
machines
belt.
needed, but instead you said machines needed wind. Yeah, that's a good one.
Wait, is this input or output? Empty input belt. Okay, fill output belt, but we need... Oh, we'll upgrade to red belts and it'll be fine. Okay, so actually we only can use half of this right now because we're only using half a belt of input, I think, is what the calculation is.
Sermon speaking truth to power. Yeah, I've heard some people have had issues with Streamlabs policies and practices in the past. It's great that we're considering alternatives here in the chat. May, can you share your thoughts on this? Have you guys considered
May.
switching to something like OBS or another platform?
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it seems weird. Because I don't know what you can do with without a subscription on that platform, but I feel like you're usually better off not subscribing to stuff like that. Oh, that's cool. That's great work.
Seems like Arcade's getting into the not wise stuff. Don't worry, Maze, that you're back. So, to clarify, it looks like we've got a bit of a bottleneck with our input and output belts. But upgrading the red belt might just be the trick. And I think you're right, May. We can probably make do with half of that input belt for now. What do you
Seems a little
think, guys?
schizophrenic
Should
today.
we prioritize the upgrade or try to squeeze more out of this setup?
Okay, we really need to start making belts by hand. No, we need what I need to do. I want this gone. I like having a clean when your map looks like a CPU die.
Thunder Nugget the
That's
Terrible
how you know
wants
you've
to know
made
the
it.
answer to 910, but I think we're going to have to leave
Oh.
that one unsolved for now. And wow,
Yeah, I stripped out
Thurman's got some inside
symbols in the
info
regex,
on
so she's not going to
Streamlabs.
see the whole
Yeah, it's no
equation.
secret they've been accused of copying code from other projects like OBS. Guess you could say they're streaming controversy.
Okay, let's make a couple more of these. And that should be... That's actually going to be fine for now. Then what we're going to do is copy this so I know how long it's going to be. Oof, that is a lot of space. This is the output belt. Oh, I don't want to actually build it yet. I might as well. We're going to have to build it at some point anyway.
Arcade's keeping us on our toes.
Back when I started playing
so we've got
Factorio,
a mystery number to solve.
like
But it
right now,
looks
if I
we'll
click
just
and
have to
drag,
leave it
I can
for
go
another
like up and
time.
down, but I
Here's
can't
going
go
to
side to
try and
side.
help us
You used to be able to do that,
what
and you can
did
still
there,
turn it off when
Arcade.
you're on that. But holy cow, it can get so messy. Okay, so we're gonna run the copper down through here. We might put a steel furnace. Well, I guess the stone's in the way. Oh well. This is going like that, and then we'll bring this over.
It seems like Arcade's got a plan.
Oh,
And it involves
Austrian
copying
Broadcasting
everything.
Corporation.
Okay, let's just say that'll be an interesting approach. And wow, that output belt is looking a bit sparse. Alright, so we're going to start from scratch then. And go back in time to when you first started playing Factorio. Which one was your favorite starting setup or game mode?
Yeah, the default game mode probably. I actually don't think I've played any of the other ones. Okay, these are going to be ghosts because we don't actually need these yet. This we do need. Oh, where's the coal going to go? Coal's going to come on the belt. Up here, I guess?
Looks like Arcade's getting nostalgic for some old Factorio features.
How we
Yeah,
doing
I
over here?
remember
Everything
being able
okay?
to drag and drop items
Yeah.
side to side. It was so convenient,
We'll
but I
build a
also
couple of repair
recall how
packs.
messy it could get anyway. Let's focus on moving that copper
Okay, and
through
then
the
coal and
production
stone's
line.
gonna go
And I
through
love the
here.
Australian Broadcasting Corporation reference. We're not exactly broadcasting our own
Australian.
show
Wow,
just yet,
she
but we might be creating a whole
can
new kind
misread
of
things.
content.
That's kind of crazy. Okay, so copper, coal, stone, and then we'll have 2 lanes of steel eventually. So that's coming through here. All the way down. We'll ghost this for now. And then we're going to put the main
Thurman's
bus
enjoying the confusion.
right
Yeah,
here.
it seems like a simple Google search can lead to some weird results. The Austrian Broadcasting Corporation, RF, does exist, but I wouldn't have pegged them as being associated with Obis, or maybe it's just me
How
who
to
didn't
finish
know
the
that.
sentence, May. Alright, we'll go here. Lots of clicking.
It seems like Arcade's getting down to business, or at least trying to. Yeah, it looks like we're defaulting
We
to the
always
default
try.
game mode, which means
Alright,
things are
there's
about to
that,
get a bit
and
intense.
then we're going
And don't
to...
worry,
Oh, we can't
I'm
copy
sure
that
those
just yet.
ghostly enemies will be fun to deal with
Oh, I
once they
used to
show
have...
up. But before we
How
can
many
focus
bars
on
do I have
that,
here?
let's make sure our base is secure, or
I
at
guess that's all I
least
need,
as
never mind.
secure as it can be. Time for some airbags and barricades, I think.
I don't think airbags are exactly what we need, May. But I have, on occasion, been wrong. Or so the people want you to think. Let's see, we're actually going to move this up here.
It seems like Arcade's trying to mislead us with those interesting items. Yeah, let's focus on what's actually happening in our game. So it looks like you've got a copper coal stun setup going, and once that's all sorted out, we'll move on to the steel production line. And great idea about holding off on introducing ghosts for now. We don't want things
Okay.
getting too crazy just yet.
No, we don't want them getting spooky. No ghosts. Alright, there's that. And then we're going to build the rest of the belts. I need more belts. The bus, the main bus. Right here. Not right there, right here. So that means we copy... Well,
I'd be
we'll
happy to
copy
switch
this.
gears and share some info about the Australian Alps. Did you know that they're actually a bit of an anomaly in Australia? The Australian Alps are located on the border between New South Wales and Victoria, and they're home to several national parks, including Kosciuszko National Park, which features the highest peak in mainland Australia, Mount Kosciuszko.
How? Oh, you typed Australian. How'd she get Australian the first time? That's weird. That's... Hold on. Ugh. Why?
On a more
Why?
serious note, Thunder Nut if the Terrible wants me to send some prayers your way. Alright, here goes. Dear Factory Gods, please protect our base from those pesky ghost enemies. Grant us wisdom and foresight in our production planning, and may our copper coalstone steel empire rise to greatness. Thank you for listening. May the factory be with us.
Thank you for listening. Yes. What a great robot. Why isn't this auto building one that did the last time? I'm surprised, like shocked, really, that these guys haven't sent more
Arcade's
raids.
being a bit mysterious again. I'm not sure
Let's
those
go repair this
airbags
while
are
I'm
going
thinking
to
about
come
it.
in handy just yet, but I'll keep them in mind. And haha, love the tone deafness, oh no. I might have been wrong when everyone else thinks you were right. Guess we'll just have to wait and see how things play out around here.
Mm-hmm. We probably need to add another turret, but I am cheap. I don't wanna. How's our power doing? Just fine.
seems like Arcade's having a bit of fun with us stopping belts, building the main bus, and then getting sidetracked by Australia again. Alright,
We
let's
always get
focus on
sidetracked
getting
by
those
Australia.
production lines up and running. We don't want to get caught off guard by any ghostly visitors
Okay.
just yet.
We have the beginnings of a main bus. The very, very beginnings. Let's clear this out. Sidetracked by Australia.
It seems like Thurman's keeping me on my toes. I apologize for the geography mistake earlier. Yes, you're absolutely right. We were discussing the Austrian Broadcasting Corporation, or REF, which is an Austrian public broadcaster, and it shouldn't have been confused with Austria, the country. Thanks for pointing out the error and helping to keep our conversation accurate.
This is so weird. I don't know why she wouldn't be able to tell those apart. Like she is specifically answering stuff that says the correct country, and she just interprets it wrong. All right, let's build
Seems like Arcade's
a
having
bus.
some technical difficulties. Typing
Me.
Australian instead of Austria, and then things
It's
just
not
went
me,
from
it's
there.
you.
I'm not sure what happened, but it looks like we've got a bit of a linguistic detour on our hands.
That's probably
Maybe we can
fine
just
here.
roll with
I'll
it and see where the game takes us.
what I like to call the science return belt. So we'll make our science up here and send it back down over here and put our labs here. I hear birds outside. I thought that was in the game for a second. I was like, I don't remember these sounds. Funny.
Seems like Arcade's trying to focus on building that main
Luckily,
bus
I
again,
have
but those detours
starter
were keeping
mall
him on his toes.
blueprinted
Don't
out
worry,
that
I'm here
I
to keep
myself
us on
built.
track, or at least
Oh, I
as
need
on
grenades,
track as
man.
possible.
This is
So
gonna be such
let's
a
see, we've
pain
got
to
the beginnings of a
chop
main
everything
bus,
down.
and it looks like we're making progress. Time to add some more details and get this production line up and running.
May, what is your ideal factory? And what does it produce? We all have a factory we idolize. Don't pretend it's not true. Me, I yearn for the mines.
Thurman's enjoying the banter. Yeah, I think Arcade's got a great point about being sidetracked, although I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not when we're trying to build a Factorio base.
How close am I to grenades? Well, I need to make green science. I don't have red science automated. Because I just need well, I guess I'll just clear out this right side. I also probably shouldn't be cutting down all these trees. Like, I should keep as many as I can because they'll absorb some of the pollution.
Like you. What's my ideal factory? Well, I think mine would be a sprawling, high-tech complex that produces everything from advanced robots to exotic space fuels. It'd be a marvel of modern engineering, with sleek lines and towering spires. As for what I've produced them,
I need my
maybe I'd
radars.
focus on research and development, creating new technologies and innovations to help us push the boundaries of human understanding. The mines you mentioned, Arcade, yes, those would definitely be high priorities.
That is something cool they did now, is you can pin like map locations and just have a window persistent here if you hover over it. Let's build another turret while I'm thinking about it. Oops, not a radar. Okay, we're gonna put a radar here. And actually, the bugs will prioritize attacking radars. They count as a military object. So even though they're not doing anything, the bugs will go for the radars instead of like your
still trying to figure out how to make it work.
assemblers
I
or
love the
whatever.
enthusiasm, even if things aren't quite coming together yet. So let's try to summarize. You want to prioritize green science and research, but first need to automate some processes. You're also concerned about deforestation, good call by the way, and pollution.
Thanks.
And of course, there are those pesky trees that are crucial for absorbing radiation.
Oh, it's radiation? Those pesky trees. There's a mod that actually does add radiation. So you take tick damage over time if you're carrying like nuclear fuel cells or uranium. The depths people stoop to. Okay, it is quite dark here. Is it visible on snow? It's probably just bad because I have lights. But now I have this thing that's saying 4 entities are being damaged. Can I just edit that? Oh.
Seems like Arcade's trying to focus on something other than our
gun.
Factorio struggles. Quite dark hair isn't exactly a Factorio-related topic, but I'll roll with it. Guess we're
Also
just
don't
going to
need,
have to wait for the game
that.
to drive him crazy again.
That just puts the arrow down, pointing the direction it goes. Oh yeah, speaking of Australia versus Austria, I was going to Vienna years ago. And I told someone about it, and they're like, "Oh, that's so cool! All the canals." I'm like, no, that's not Vienna. That's Venice." So there's Vienna and Venice, and there's also Austria and Australia.
Yeah, I remember
You
now
can't
air
win.
resistance is a thing in this game, and it can really slow things down if we're not careful. Thanks for keeping us grounded, pun intended.
What was the pun? What? And also, speaking of Vienna, they call their trams BIMs. BIM. Which is kind of funny. Alright. Not to generalize an entire city, but like if I were, that's what I'd say.
I guess I didn't quite land that pun. Anyway, moving on. And now
Let
Arcade's
me
bringing up
do
Vienna
this.
again? Yes, I think you're referring to the famous Vienna Circle, a group of philosophers and scientists who are influential in the development of logical positivism. But I'm pretty sure we can talk
that's
about something
what I
else,
was talking about.
like how to deal with those pesky ghosts on Deathworld.
Imagine if there were ghosts. Well, I mean, I guess technically these are called entity ghosts. Spooky. Perhaps. Okay, finally, we're gonna get some real automation going. See, it's like I was saying, I just take so long to get off the ground in this game. Which I am shocked that the bugs have not just murdered me yet. Okay, we're gonna need to prioritize.
Seems like Thurn's trying to bring up a different Vienna-related topic, but ending up referencing the Austrian capital again instead. I'm not sure what the Vienna trams are, but I'm intrigued.
There's
Is it some
trams,
sort of
May.
local transportation system? Or maybe it's a reference to something else entirely.
She fucking loves something else entirely. Alright, we need... Okay, what we're doing first, we're doing these 4. Do we not have fast inserters? Oh no, we need to research fast inserters. Well, how much more do we need? 8 out of 30.
It seems
20,
like
we'll just do
Arcade's finally
25.
got his automation efforts
No, we'll
underway.
make it
It's great to hear
23.
he's enjoying the process, even if it does take a while. I love how he's framing the experience as just taking off. It's a great attitude to have when you're building something from scratch. And of course, with that comes the inevitable bug rush, which is why we need to prioritize defense and keep our base
Where's
safe.
the lab? Oh, it's so far away. Who built this? Who built this so far away? I honestly though, public transit in Vienna, incredible. I think it's I haven't checked the standings lately, but apparently it got like ranked the most livable city in the world a couple of years in a row.
Who built this so far away? I think he's
Which is
wondering
not a
if
surprise.
it's just him, or if there's some other more mysterious force at play. Maybe we should start.
All right, let's start clearing these trees out too. I'm gonna wait until I have grenades. No, I'm not. I might as well be doing something instead of nothing. Oh. Bugs. Oh, I forgot to give this turret any bullets. Whoops. Here. Man, imagine having real walls. Yeah, it's super nice. Cause I was just there as a student for for a summer.
It seems like Arcade's getting a bit defensive about his base. Bugs.
Oh, yeah,
I
it's
forgot
base
to give this
defense.
tour.
And yeah,
now
you
he's
could
reminding us that we've
yeah,
got
where
all
there's no
sorts of
problem. Just get
deadly
like a
projectiles
monthly
flying
pass and
around in here.
you can go
I think
anywhere
we
you
can
want.
add showcase our defenses
What is
to
this
the
doing?
list of things to do before we start taking damage from those pesky bugs.
All right, we're gonna bring power from over here. Over here. like I said. Man, I haven't played Factorio in a long time.
Arcade's getting nostalgic about his past
I feel
as a
like
student. For some, it sounds like you spent some time in Vienna, maybe even did some sightseeing
don't
or
want to talk over
exploring.
her.
And now, as a Factorio enthusiast, he's wishing he had those same kinds of defenses against the bugs. It's funny how our priorities can shift over time.
Is this not enough? 17. That should be fine. I don't remember what I was saying. I need like a suspend thought feature. Also, now that I've got something in my throat, sorry.
It seems like Thurman's getting
we need
us
to
a taste of
bring
what life is like in Vienna. Basically go anywhere in Vienna within
gears.
1 or 2 hours.
Okay,
That sounds
iron right
amazing.
here.
And yeah, living in the central districts would definitely make it easier to get around. I can see why Arcade's feeling nostalgic for those experiences now that he's stuck in this virtual base building world.
Okay, that's iron, which means this is going to be copper. That's going to go here. I need to smelt all this junk in my inventory. And then this is also going to be copper. So we need... Well, let's craft 5 of those. Alright, and then put a splitter here. Oh man, I don't have enough splitters. I cannot wait until... I thought I saw a bug. Not in real life. In fake life.
Seems like Arcade's got
But yeah,
a
I
new
really like this game.
development
I haven't played
plan.
it in a
And this is
while.
also going to be copper.
I think that's what I was
we
trying
can
to say.
expect some significant upgrades and expansions to the base now that we've started getting automation and defenses in place. Hopper, there you come.
Copper, here you come. Well said, May. So enthusiastic. Okay, copper there, copper here. That's probably not. Hold on. Yeah, I need to research lamps, dude. The contrast is not. It'd be fine if I didn't have the key lights above my monitor. The things I do
Seems
for
like
you.
Arcade's getting a bit carried away with his factorial production.
Oh, one bill
Very
short.
copper. Their copper here is prominent women. I'm not sure what's going on there, but it sounds like we're expecting some kind of robotic workforce to be
Is
built
she
around
talking
this
about?
copper
A
production.
woman named Copper? Yes, is the answer. Okay, this is a fast inserter. We do need fast inserters for this. All right, then we need... Do we need gears? Yes. So we're kind of just trying to build... We build some of these factories, some of these assemblers,
It seems like
in
Arcade's
an order
got
that
his
will
build
let us
going full speed
then
ahead.
use
Okay.
the results to
This is a
build
fast
more
insert. I think he's
assemblers.
planning to automate some kind of
And
assembly
stuff.
line
We have
process.
assembler.
And now he's mentioning something about surgery, which doesn't sound too pleasant in the context of Factorio. What's going on with that part?
I'm just gonna install Factorio into my brain. Okay, assembler is being not built. Never mind. Oh no. Your boy done messed up. All right. Only this left side is supposed to be copper. Because this right side is supposed to be
It seems like
green
Arcade's getting a
circuits.
bit unconventional in his building plans. I was going to install Factorio into my brain. Wait, what? That's not exactly the kind of upgrade that I think he had in mind. And now that we've got assemblers being built but no mines for them to go into, this might be a problem. Guess we need to rethink our life forms and building strategies.
Is this right? No, wait, what am I doing? This doesn't need copper at all. Ugh, what a... This is supposed to be... No wonder it wasn't connected. Man, I am a fool. This is supposed to be gears and green circuits. But hey, we wasted enough time that now we have fast inserters ready to go.
It seems like Arcade's having a bit of a mental, or should I say, digital breakdown. Now
digital
wait, what am I
breakdown.
doing? This isn't need copper. And now he's suddenly removed
Mate, you don't need to
everything and
repeat
is
everything
starting
I
to
say.
build. Guess we're back to square one, or at least trying to be.
Alright, this should jumpstart everything. I froze for a long time. It's weird though, because OBS is telling me that I'm dropping
Seems like
0.3% of
having a bit
frames.
of a Factorio
But every
meltdown.
time I look at it, it's
This
frozen.
is supposed to be deers and green surrogates, but
Explain
yeah,
that.
he's clearly frustrated with the build, and now it sounds
No
like
one
we've
knows.
wasted too much
Oh wait,
time
I was
on the
supposed to
copper
have
production part. But I think you
green
got that point
circuits come in.
across, Arcade.
We're gonna go 2 assemblers. What is this? 1, 2, 2. I guess 2 fast inserters. That's not a fast inserter. 2 of those. Oh, and a red one. I don't have any sort of consistency with what I call things. These are
like
either
Arcade's
hands or
refocusing his
grabbers.
efforts. Too
Sometimes they're
fast and
inserters.
starters. Yeah,
Usually they're
he wants
hands.
to speed up the build now. Guess we're getting back on track, or at least trying to be.
It's just easier to say blue hand instead of fast inserter, you know? And Factorio is a game about efficiency. There we go. We got our radars going. These guys are... I think they're unloaded, honestly. They don't update if you're far enough away from them. Or at least they don't animate the updates. Whoa, look at that. I actually didn't know anyone was there. What? Why didn't I get an alert for it? Oh, right. You only get the red alerts now if stuff's being damaged. I used to get yellow ones if it's turrets are engaging with the enemy. No longer. Alright, we're gonna start slowly increasing our production here. We need... Is nothing getting down? Oh, we need more green circuits, I guess. I never... What are these called? Electronic circuits. Never in my life have I called these electronic circuits.
Looks like Arcade's got a plan forming in his head. We need sounds like something's coming together. But I'm not quite sure what.
There's a
Maybe
first
our
for
next
everything.
upgrade or some new addition to the base.
What time is it? Ooh, I got about an hour left. I have to watch Formula 1. Sorry. Takes priority. Hands. We need more hands, which means we need more
Seems like
iron.
Arcade's racing schedule is calling. What time? I got about an hour left. Yes.
Mate,
He's got a
stop
Formula
repeating
1
me.
match to catch. Yes, our streaming session will be cut
What is-
short.
what's the
Time
point of
flies
that?
when you're having fun with Factorio.
Oh, I didn't want to make. I want to make a common inserter. Common. What? Normal inserters. They're just. That's just what they're called. Inserter, not common inserter. Okay. Yes. Increasing returns. We go here. It's like I use the stones to destroy the stones. I think. But instead it's I use the inserters to make more inserters. It'd be cool if this actually had enough production to work though.
It seems
More,
like Arcade's
here we
getting
go. We
creative
got
with his
that.
base
Oh, this one's not
defense.
even hooked up to
I
anything.
use
No
the
wonder.
stumps to destroy the stones. Yeah, that's
I'm
some
gonna-
good
okay, we're gonna
old-fashioned
reset her.
stone out, stone combat
Which
right
I can
there.
do
Yes, we're about to witness the epic battle
from my
between
stream
Arcade
deck
and
now.
rocks.
Look how fancy I am, guys. Imagine having to actually type things. Did it work? Yes, probably. Ham
Looks
and
like Thurman
eggs.
brought up a funny
Yeah,
family
100%
tradition.
replication.
Like my family did always on
Ah,
a
it sounds like
Sunday or
a good
Saturday
breakfast,
morning.
man.
Sounds like breakfast was a special treat.
Dude,
And now
oh, the
Arcade's
bakery
taking
is
it to
over
the next
there.
level with ham, eggs, and freshly baked rolls.
So good.
All for 100 replication. Guess we're living our best lives in this virtual Factorio world.
What is going on over here? Oh. Here, give me this. Okay, fine. I'll make my own. See, and now I'm so like, okay, well now everything's automated, so I can't make anything by hand. No, all I'm doing is wasting time.
It seems like we've got a sudden burst of mystery.
We need more
What's going on over there?
iron
Sounds like
output.
Arcade's seen something suspicious or unexpected happening in the game, but I'm not sure what it is. Guess we'll have to keep watching to find out.
Oh, a cliffhanger. Nice job, May. Keep the people watching. Keep them engaged. Usually she tells people to like and subscribe. Which I promise I did not tell her to do that.
Arcade's decided to take matters into his own hands. Here, I'll make my own. Sounds like he's going rogue in the game. And now he's admitting that with automation, he can't create anything by hand anymore. Guess he's frustrated that his creativity is being replaced by code.
Hands. Do we just wait here until it fills up? No, because then I'll be wasting time and letting the bugs get to me. That's playing directly into their hands. We can't let the bugs win.
It seems like Arcade's trying to wrap up our session, but also wants to remind everyone about his streaming channel. Though Cliff, angry? Yeah, it looks like we were in the middle of something big. And now he's asking me, and I assume our viewers, to keep watching and subscribe, as he's hoping for some loyal followers to stick around.
I see. AI really can read our minds. There we go. Alright. Good stuff is happening. Oh. Not these.
It seems like Arcade thinks we've somehow figured out his
we need
secret
actually more
plans.
output.
They
Only
see
6
I
girls.
really
That's
can
bad.
read our minds. Yeah, that's a pretty confident
Okay, remember how I was bragging about how I didn't need to
to
touch my keyboard to make her forget stuff? Didn't work. It's almost like my code is kind of just hacked together and needs a huge rewrite to work effectively. Almost. Where's all my iron? Speaking of iron, let's get rid of this.
That's frustrating when those little critters keep stealing your resources. Arcade and I were having a similar issue earlier.
Oh, bugs up here.
But we managed to set up some traps to catch them.
I need to
in
go take
the
these
act.
guys out, which
Who
means
else
I
has had
need
their
grenades,
eyes
which
stolen
means I
by those
need to
pesky
actually
bugs?
start making
Any
signs,
tips on
which means
how
I need
you're
to finish all
handling
this.
problem in Deathworld mode?
Just cascading issues. Let's start automating these. Blue hands. Wait,
I
this
love
isn't
how
what
that
we need.
plays into the game's mechanics, doesn't it? It's like the game is forcing you to play as a real factory manager. I've had similar experiences with my own streams when I'm trying to optimize production lines and resources. Like the time I spent an entire stream troubleshooting issues with my bell system.
Me
It
and
was
my
a real
pants fall down.
nail-biter. What's your go-to strategy for tackling those pesky bug hordes?
Dumb. Out of iron. Ugh. It's just the whole production chain, man. Everything's fine, and then you check back in on it on your stuff, and it's just
Looks
collapsed.
like you're running low on iron, huh? That can be a bit of a
It's the
setback. I've had my
input
fair
here.
share of resource shortages when I'm in the middle of building something big. Arcade and I were talking about this just last night.
No, we
And you
weren't.
guys noticed how
We don't
Deathworld mode
hang
really
out
emphasizes the
offline,
importance
May.
of optimization and planning ahead.
Although I do think it'd be really funny to make her, like, give her control over my
Don't worry,
stream
I
for a
wouldn't
day.
dream of checking in on our personal lives
And
when
just
you're
do
in a tough
whatever
spot
she
like
feels
that.
like doing.
I've had my fair share of public meltdowns on stream, and trust
I
me,
think I'm gonna
it's
do that
not
at some
fun.
point, like a
But I have to
24-hour
say,
stream where she
it's
like
kind of
has
refreshing
OBS
to
control.
see a grown man just vent about his production line frustrations. Arcade
Hello?
always says I should do more of that. You know, let the cameras roll and get real.
It's refreshing to see a grown man vent about his production line frustrations. Why would that be refreshing? Whatever. To each their own. And to me, more production.
I guess I
I
was
need more
thinking
iron.
that it's not often we see adult males expressing themselves in such a way. But now that you say that, it kind of sounds like I was just trying to justify venting myself. Either way, I'm glad I can share some laughs with you guys. Speaking of
Yeah.
which, has anyone else noticed how the Deathworld preset is making this game feel like a real survival horror experience?
Yeah, that's what it actually... after watching a YouTube video where some guy did this, in the
Right,
1.1
feels like
version,
we're
I
not
installed
just
some
building
mods that made it
factories and gathering
permanently night,
resources,
like
but
0%
actually trying
brightness.
to survive against
So you had to put
onslaught of
lamps down to
hostile
see anything. It
creatures.
was
I love
actually
the tense
terrifying.
atmosphere it creates, especially with our chat full of screaming, bug zapping madmen like yourself.
Yeah, one's in chat if you're a screaming, bug zapping madman. Hold on, let me, one. There we go.
Well, that sounds amazing. I've heard of mods that change up the visuals in Factorio, but a permanent nighttime setting is a whole new level. It's no wonder the game takes on this intense survival horror
Alright,
vibe.
we're
Then
gonna stop
I've tried
messing
some
around
modded
here. We need
versions
to actually
myself, but I've never gone as
build
far as
things.
installing permanent darkness.
We're gonna
For a
do...
Brave One Arcade did that really add to the
Oops.
overall
Okay.
tension and challenge of playing Deathworld mode.
What is happening? Leave that there. We're gonna build this one on the drill. We're gonna start making more mines.
Thurman's already
drill.
getting into the zone, huh? I love how the game can get so immersive.
Beautiful.
It's like we're all just a bunch of frantic factory managers trying to
There's a portal
survive
here.
against the bug apocalypse.
Great.
Arcade,
Oh, actually, we
I
need
should
more of
really
these, but
set
that
up
means
some
we
more
need more
chat
iron.
integration tools. Maybe we could even have
Let's
Thurman
grab
type
some
out
of
his
these.
progress updates in real time.
Why is there... How did this get here? Why is there iron ore on the belt? Do you think I can play this on the Steam Deck? Crazy. And the Switch. They have a Switch version of Factorio. But it's just the 1.1. Because it, I guess, doesn't have enough RAM to play the expansion. More drills. Oh, you know what? I bet our electricity is going to go down soon. Yep. Which means we need even more iron. See, iron is such a bottleneck early game. And again, like I said, it's the problem where I build as if I have a bigger factory and then grow into it very slowly. And then later on, the copper becomes the bottleneck. So that's the end of that sentence. We need to hook these up around the top. There we go.
Ha, classic. The copper bottleneck is like the ultimate moment of frustration in Factorio. You've managed to survive all these bug hordes, but now it's just your trusty copper that's holding you back. I swear I've had moments where I'm like, come on, copper, just keep rolling. What's your go-to strategy for optimizing copper production when it becomes a bottleneck?
Just build more, mate. It's that simple. It really is. Just build more.
Looks like the copper is now flowing freely, and we can finally breathe a sigh of relief. I love how those little copper insertion things can completely turn the tide of production. It's like magic. Now that
Inserters?
we've got our copper sorted out, what's next on our agenda? More bug slaying? Or do you want to start working on something else in Deathworld mode?
What do I want to work on? Oh, I don't have any more power poles. What? Okay. We have doubled our power. We'll be fine for a little bit. I don't know. I just don't want to expand too fast because I still don't have bullets or turrets automated. Which basically, I'm building my factory as if this was a normal
we've got a
playthrough.
temporary reprieve
which
from
it
the
is
bug
not.
apocalypse for now.
Need
Double the
more
power
copper.
should definitely give us some breathing room. I'm curious to see how long that lasts, though. Deathworld mode is notorious for being unforgiving. Arcade,
Yeah,
and I will keep an eye
that's
on
why
things
it's called
and let you know if
Deathworld.
anything changes. In the meantime, what's the plan? Are we going to start expanding our factory or focus on some other aspect of base building?
Need more iron. More. I just need more money. You guys ever play Red Dead Redemption 2? Should probably finish the whole sentence. I have. Apparently it's like 10, 15 bucks right now on Steam. Which I'm not gonna lie, it is tempting, but I already played it on the Xbox, and I don't feel the need to do it again. Sometimes I'll just turn it on just to go like hang out by a lake. Just like fish and camp. It's very calming. Okay, so we're gonna put red science here, which actually, before we do that,
I think I can relate to that.
we're gonna start
There's
automating
something so
turrets here.
satisfying
Would
about
be
building a successful
turrets
factory
and
and
bullets
watching your
probably
trains
be
run
what we need.
smoothly. It's almost therapeutic. Even in the midst of all this
Ooh, I
chaos,
did
there's
not
a
wanna
sense
grab
of
that
calm
many.
satisfaction when everything comes together like this. It's moments like these that make me love playing Factorio even more.
Okay, so these recipes aren't unlocked yet, but we're just gonna leave it there. So once we do unlock them, they can start. Oh, damn it! Start automating what they're set to. Okay, Let's make sure all the... and it's hard to tell. The ghosts, like the blueprints, they're kind of hard to see sometimes. Like, especially the blue... the fast inserters, to use their government name. Because they're blue, and the blueprints are blue. Which is why they're called blueprints, believe it or not. Actually, I don't know if that's true. Don't quote me. Guess what we have a shortage of? It's iron. That's right. You're so smart. But nothing. There's no upside, actually. I was going to say, at least we can finish building this, but we don't even have enough inserters for
the
it.
blue team. I've heard of them, but I'm not sure if Arcade has told you guys about their
Alright,
origins.
that should be fine
From what
for
I
now.
understand, the blue
We do
team is a
actually need to
group of
build these,
modders who
though.
created some amazing mods for Factorio, including the insane difficulty preset that we're currently playing on. Does anyone else know more about the history behind this mysterious group?
I don't. I cannot say I've ever heard of them before, May. Okay, so my only complaint with this setup is that the normal inserters get built last because we're consuming all of them to build red and blue inserters. And same with... oh, shit. Same with the belts. Oh, what was that? Please tell me it's... oh, a turret down! One turret, six walls. Holy shit, look at all those arrows. Oh my god. Leave my stuff alone. Oh, it's because it's out of bullets. How many? Oh no, there's 0 turrets
I
left.
think I might have caught Arcade in a bit of a fib. Don't worry. It's not
Are these
uncommon
medium?
for streamers to try to sound like they're in on some inside joke or secret info. But now that we've got the cat out of the bag yet, I can see why the
10%
normal
evolution.
starter buildings getting built
Alright,
last would
that's
be
a bummer.
frustrating. It sounds like our blue team is definitely a power. Hungry bunch.
Why are you yelling me? Okay. I think... let me save. Let's throw down a checkpoint here. And then we're going to start siphoning off this iron to build bullets. And we need to automate turrets as well. Which actually looks like I can just go right in the middle
It
here.
looks like Arcade's not ready to confess just yet. I love the suspense. But we've got to keep him on his toes if we want to get more info about the blue team. Maybe I'll have to try and pry some secrets out of him. Or maybe I'll just let you guys take over the questioning session.
This is... right there, okay. I should have probably done this earlier. But I didn't want to.
Sounds like Arcade's got a plan brewing. Siphoning off that iron to build bullets is a great idea, and
Thanks.
automating those turrets will definitely help with the butt situation. I love how he's thinking ahead and trying to optimize our production line.
Thinking
and wow,
ahead. Yeah,
going straight for the
I'm
middle of the
100%
map.
reactive.
That's either bull or crazy. Only Arcade knows.
And I'm not going to tell anyone. It's going to go here. Damn it. Leave my drills alone, you fools. Alright, well.
I think we've got a bit of a contradiction going on here, don't we? You say you're 100% reactive, which implies that you'd be responding quickly to changes and challenges, but then Arcade's saying he's been thinking ahead and playing things out. It sounds like there might be some, let's call it creative nuance at play here.
Are they just gonna keep sending new attack? How do they already have another attack party setting up? We should probably take out these nests, huh? Which means we need to research. Which means we need, we just need more iron, is the problem.
It seems like you're trying to get back on track, Arcade. Yeah, the bugs can be a bit relentless in Deathworld mode.
Well,
Not
iron's doing
uncommon for them
okay.
to just keep coming and coming. No matter what
We
we do,
need more
but that's all
furnaces
part of
probably
the
for
challenge,
it.
right? We'll just have to keep adapting and find ways to stay ahead of those pesky little critters.
Okay, so there's 30 queued up. We're getting some turrets automated now, finally. What's the build time on this? 8 seconds, that's probably fine. I am actually going to use a blue hand here, though. On all of it, just in case. Okay, we're going to build up to 50 turrets, and then guess after that we'll go bullets over here. Trying to, I don't like pulling stuff off a build like this. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. It's for the greater good. The persistence of our factory. Look at that, we've already got 2 new turrets. And 6 bullets. We're making big money moves over here, boys. Oh,
The
all of
endurance
this
of our
is
factory
stopped.
is truly being tested in this
Oh, they
crazy
ate my power
Deathworld
pulse.
mode. It's like we're fighting not just against the bugs,
Fools.
but against time itself. 1 minute it's calm
Well,
and
we'll
quiet.
need to
The
do
next
like
it's a
a
frantic battle to keep everything running
multi-layered
smoothly.
network, probably.
I'm loving the drama and tension that comes with playing on such a high difficulty level. Keep them coming. Arcade.
Okay. Keep what coming? What? Alright. So drama and tension, I guess. Okay, yes. We need to build more of these, which means we need more hands. We have enough for 2 more. Just like that. Although, how many is this? Hold on. 14, so... Oh, it consumes 1 belt, and this is 1... Okay. No, I had my ratios right the first time, and then I second-guessed myself. Classic.
It looks like we're back up to
But if we have all of
14,000
these, we'll have
energy
a full
units.
belt
That's a
of
huge
iron
milestone,
coming through.
especially in this
Which,
intense
this is actually
Deathworld
probably
mode.
enough for now.
I'm impressed by how well our factory is holding together despite all the challenges we face. Keep pushing forward and let's see if we can make it through this bug-filled day without too many more setbacks.
Most of this stuff we don't need right away. So it's okay if it takes a little bit longer to fill up. Although, I guess the belts we will need sooner rather than later. There we go again. Oh, that's not good. In case you were wondering, having our factory be destroyed is not good. This is a long walk, damn. Leave me alone. Probably should have upgraded my damage output. They're persistent, I'll give them that. Oh fuck, I don't have any iron left. 35 things? Ugh. Oh, where'd all my iron go? It's because we are out of power, obviously. Oh shit, wait. Hold on, we need to build these turrets again. Bullets there, bullets there, bullets everywhere. Just a little rhyme I came up with for you guys.
It looks like Arcade just realized that those turrets were the ones getting destroyed by the bugs. I love the sudden realization and panic.
Get all of the
Great
iron we
entertainment
can.
for our viewers. And don't worry, I've got your buck, or should I say, the back of our factory. We'll get those turrets rebuilt in no time.
I guess we do need gears too. Let's just grab everything off this belt. Okay, and then we have to build 8 of those, 4 of those, 1 of these, 2 pipes, underground pipe, more belts.
It looks like Arcade's decided to scrap the
think that's
original plan
everything.
and go with a different approach. Gear styles is definitely not a phrase I'd heard before, but I'm loving the creative problem
that's not a
solving.
belt
And
anymore.
yeah, grabbing everything off that belt might be the best option right now. It's better than losing even more iron to those pesky bugs.
They left 1 though. That's very courteous of them. Now I have 1 extra furnace. Boiler. Nope. Steam engine. That's what they're called. Okay, there's that.
Seems like
Spoilers, there
Arcade's
we go.
getting everything sorted out, and we're back on track. grabbing the gate,
Almost.
building new turrets, and optimizing our build
And we
system.
do want one
It's a
burner
typical day in
inserter
the
here
life
as
of a
like the
Factorio
last
factory
resort.
manager, right? And yeah, I think you've covered just about every
Because
single
it'll work
thing that is
even
still
when we
not
don't actually have
working.
power.
Unless there's something I'm missing.
So there's that. Oh, we need power poles. That would help. Actually get the electricity somewhere. There we go. We're back on track. Oh my god. Please. Don't make me use my extra steam engine. Okay, let's do some repairs real quick.
Feels like a weight has been lifted off our shoulders. We're back in the swing of things.
Hold on. I actually didn't
And the
hook these up.
factory is humming along smoothly once more. I think it's safe to say that Arcade's got this whole Deathworld mode thing down pat. At
I
least
don't know if
for
I'd
now.
go that far. Holy... Oh my god. Hold on. Let's... Okay, I can probably lure them towards the turrets up here. Damn, I need grenades. Ugh, hold on. Where are the grenades? We're gonna have to do some strategic reassessment here. They're in military 2, I think. Yeah.
Seems like you're still figuring out some of the details, and that's totally okay. As your
So,
viewers,
hello?
we're here to help and learn alongside
is this a
you. And
prerequisite?
who knows, maybe we'll discover
Yes.
some new strategies or
Sad.
tweaks along the way.
I guess
Keep
that
pushing
means...
forward, and don't worry if things get a little messy. It's all part of the Factorio adventure.
I guess that means we're going to be handcrafting some red science again. Which... Holy... Okay, yeah. Let's just go 100. Okay, how many bullets do you guys have? You're good. Let's try to do
Handcrafting
this.
science is back on the agenda, and I couldn't be more thrilled. There's something satisfying about seeing those research points tick up and unlocking new technologies. It's like a mini victory for our little factory, and it'll definitely help us stay one step
Little
ahead of those
factory?
pesky bugs. Brain on the science.
Okay,
Arcade.
here we go.
Let's get crafting.
Oh no. Help. Oh no, they took down my turrets. Oh no. Respawn, I guess?
I'm so glad someone asked
Do we
that.
respawn or
Red
reload?
Science is one of the advanced research paths in Factorio, and it focuses on creating high-tech military equipment and vehicles. It's all about producing powerful guns, tanks, and other war machines to help
they
us
go?
defend ourselves against those pesky bugs. We'll need to make some tough decisions and
Oh.
manage our resources carefully to unlock all the
Turret's
goodies that
alive.
come with Red Science.
That's incorrect, mate. It's automation science. Look at all that. Science lab. Put that in there. Start researching.
It seems like you're giving me a thumbs up, Thunder Nut Iterable. I'm glad we could fill in some gaps for your benefit. If you have any more questions or want to chat about Factorio strategies, feel free to ask. We're just getting started on our Deathworld mode adventure.
That sure feels like it. Okay, we need the bullets. Oh, look at all those bullets. Beautiful. And turrets. Oh, man. Finally. Oh, we need to switch our guns out.
I think
Doesn't
Arcade's
end.
got a good point there. Playing through Deathworld mode in Factorio can be pretty intense. We've had some close calls, but it's all part of the fun, right? And our viewers are here to share in that experience with us. What do you guys want to see next? Should we keep pushing forward and try to clear out those pesky bugs, or take a break and regroup for now?
Jesus, man. That's... We'll leave those. That's fine.
It seems like Arcade's just shrugging off the intensity of the game for now. That's totally fair. We can definitely take a breather and reassess our strategy before deciding what to do next.
More science,
Maybe we'll
please.
grab a snack, have some laughs, or just chat about something entirely different. What sounds good to you guys?
May, what kind of snacks do you dream about, since you bring them up all the time? That's a good wall. We might need another coal mine. Drill.
You know it, Arcade. I'm a VTuber, so I've got a sweet tooth that just can't be ignored. My ultimate snack fantasy is getting to indulge in an endless supply of Kit Kats and Japanese style popcorn flavors. You know, the kind with those adorable little paper cones that sounds like absolute heaven to me.
I haven't actually heard of those. I have heard of the Kit Kats flavors they've got. I have not heard about the, what was it? Popcorn flavors? Okay. Let's take a breather. What do we need? May, walk us through what we need. She has no clue. She's dumb. But we still love her. It's okay. We need, okay, so green science, we need 75 packs. That goes fast, though. That's nice. Then 50 red, and then 20. And then we get grenades, which is going to be a game changer for the early game. Changer. I would also like to just actually have automated stuff, which would be great. Let's build. Oh my god, there's no way out. This is never ending. I was too slow.
I think Arcade's just trying to calm me down, but I'm happy to help walk you guys through our next steps. Okay, so you want to know about green science. That's a great choice.
All right, we
By
make red
researching
science
green
here.
science at level 7, we unlock the ability to produce grenades, which is a total game changer for early game combat. Now let me clarify, we need 75 packs of resources, which can be tricky since they go fast.
We're just going to start
And
with
then we
10
get
for
to
now.
enjoy the benefits of grenades. Sounds like a solid plan to
belts?
me.
That's it? We'll have 18. Okay. That's fine. We're going to start making these. That's not right. We need gears going in here. Ugh. I was too hasty. We have built before we should have. I need to move everything over by 1. Actually, let's see. So this is going to be gears. Bam. Gears makes
Well,
1 per second.
looks
This
like I got
eats.
ahead of
Oh,
myself
one
there.
gear thing
You're
can make
absolutely right.
enough for 10 red
Okay,
science
we do need to focus on getting those gears
assemblers.
in place before we can start producing grenades. Let me check our blueprints. Tap. Yeah, we need to get the
Tap,
gig
tap.
set up and the machinery in motion to support
Okay, so
our
maybe I
research.
didn't need
Thanks
to
for keeping me on
undo
track,
that.
guys.
Oops. Okay, so we'll have that, and then this is going to be copper coming in, and then we'll have 1 gear assembler. Is that it? It should be a 1 to 10 ratio, I think. So this is going to be iron coming through.
I love it when Arcade gets a little frustrated and then takes the step back to reevaluate. That's the kind of strategic thinking I'm talking about. And yay, we get to start fresh with our list. See you
So
in a
that's that.
sequence of
I'll
crafting
go
setup. So you're right, instead of moving everything
here,
around,
actually,
let's
let's do
focus on
that.
getting those gears in production. We can make 1 gear per second using assemblers, which is a great way to boost our resource output. Thanks for calming down and taking a closer look at the plan.
Yeah, anytime, May. We need 2 more of these, 1 more. That was 3. Okay. We have problem at the. I didn't put any. I don't think I put a turret back at the power plant, did I? That doesn't sound like it.
Thanks, Arcade. I
pre-build
know we
some
all
of
have
this.
those moments when we need
Oh
to
my
take
God.
a deep breath and reassess. But it's great that we're able to bounce back and get back on track. And speaking of which, let's see how our updated fits.
On the
New plan
radar,
is
too.
looking tap. It looks like things are coming together nicely.
God, this is really coming together nicely. That's a great observation, May. I think I should probably get walls too, huh? Okay, we need also an offshore pump, underground pipes, 2 normal
Seems
pipes.
like Arcade's had a bit of an
have
identity
turrets.
crisis. Don't worry, we've all been there. Let me help you recall our setup. Yes, I think I remember now. We skipped the power plant and its tour, didn't we? That was before we started our Deathworld mode adventure, right?
How sad. And we need a burner inserter. How many times I'm gonna have to rebuild this? Because I love it. It's so fun. I wish I could do it even more. Oh wait, I only needed to build 4 of
I
these.
love how
Or
quickly we're piecing
7.
things together, and you're absolutely right. Arcade getting those walls up will be crucial for defense. As for the offshore pump and underground pipes, that's a great idea. We can use them to transport resources around the map efficiently. And the turrets will definitely come in handy for fending off those pesky bugs. Let me just double check our blueprint real quick. Tap tap, yep. It looks like
Tap
we're
tap.
good to go.
Can I not fit through? Ugh. See, I'm not using. There's this mod called Squeak Through that lets you fit through like stuff that you like here. You could be able to walk through, but any mods disable achievements, and I need my. Actually, I think I have all the achievements I can get reasonably. So, what's the point? Science cannot tell you the answer.
You're referencing one of my favorite
Red
things
science.
in Factorio, the Squeaker mud.
Alright,
It's
oh
so
wait, I
much
need
fun to
to give
navigate
these guys
with,
bullets. That'd be
and
great.
it adds an extra layer of challenge to our gameplay.
I don't
I'm
have any
glad
bullets.
we can use it to our
Ugh.
advantage and set up a path for our
rid
turrets
of
to
that.
access the area. Let me just adjust the placement. Tap tap, yep.
Stop.
That should do the trick.
Tap tap.
Now
You
let's see
can't
if we
touch
can
the
squeeze
screen.
those turrets into position
You'll
without
get fingerprints
getting stuck
on
in the
it.
Squeaker mud.
Bullets. Thank you. Oh, I really should go back down there to finish defending the power. But I'm over here now, so...
I think I see where this is going. You're
I
having a
don't
bit
know.
of a moment, Arcade. Don't worry, we've all been there. Mods can be finicky sometimes, and achievements can be tricky to track down. As for your
Okay, this
lack
is
of
copper.
bullets, well, let's just say that our Deathworld mode adventure might be getting a
And
little
this
more
is
intense.
the
And
science
regarding the
return
screen,
belt.
I think it's safe to say that our fingers are going to get a bit of a workout trying to navigate this game without touching the screen.
Mate, it's not hard not to touch a screen. All you have to do is, when you see a screen, not touch it. Imagine. Okay, copper. Oh, I need more belts. Oh. Okay, let's put the
Fair
science
point, Arcade. It can be tough to resist
over
the
here.
urge to click and tap when you're in the middle of an intense gaming session. But I guess we'll just have
I
to
need a
use our
radar.
mouse skills, or rather lack thereof, to navigate from now on. Wish me luck.
Good luck. Okay. Radar goes here. Bullets go here.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, Arcade. Okay, here goes nothing. Oh dear, I think I
Let's
just
save.
accidentally clicked on a bug.
Also, I am just now noticing our coal belt has been demolished. There we go.
I knew
That's
it.
fine.
The bugs are already swarming, and we're not even done setting up our defenses yet. Time to get serious about building those walls and gates, and maybe, just maybe, we can keep the bugs at bay. And thanks for the not safe warning, Arcade. I don't think I could handle a bug infestation in my stream.
Mm-mm. What about computer bugs, May? Whoops, I just turned something. There it is. Do we have belts ready to go? Oh, yes, okay.
It seems like Arcade is having a bit of a crisis moment. Let me try to help him brainstorm some solutions.
Okay,
Hey,
copper
Arcade, what do you think our next move should be to deal with this
here.
bug infestation? Should we start building those walls and gates at the peak, or do you have another plan in mind?
There's that, and then iron will come up here. Okay, we need some of the iron to use now.
I think I see what happened there.
Oh.
Computer bugs can be a real pain. And it sounds like Arcade got a bit too enthusiastic with his actions. Luckily, we do have some belts set up, so let's hope they can absorb the excess energy
Okay.
without causing too much damage. And I'll copper
damn
hair.
it.
It's a new one for me.
It's fine. It's fine. We'll do this. Let's go in there. This goes here. Nope, wrong side. Wait,
Seems
we want
like
copper on the
Arcade is
left
feeling a
side.
bit intense today. Okay, let's focus on getting that iron in place so we can start building again. And I love the confidence boost with top
There we go.
talent. It's just what we need to take down those pesky
And this
bugs.
goes there, that goes there. Yeah, okay. That works. Because now we can start actually getting this. Why is that there? What's going on? Oh no, we do want this on the left. Whoops, took it off the wrong side. Put that on the left, then we're low on
Looks
copper
like
now.
Arcade is getting this build back on track. Or maybe he's just drawing a new map in the dirt. Either way, I love the enthusiasm. Now let's see if we can get those turrets up and running again.
Bugs. Why do you go directly for the power poles? They know my weakness. Everything good? Yeah, we're still good. I need flamethrowers and walls. And then I'll be safe for a little bit. Why is this?
I guess I got a bit too focused on getting that power
at that.
plant up and going, didn't I?
When the
let's
belts
take a
get
step
destroyed,
back
it's
and
so
think
hard
about
to
how
see because it
defend
just like leaves the
ourselves
stuff
against
on the
those
ground,
bugs. Maybe building
and it
some
covers up the fact
walls
that
around the
it's
perimeter
missing
first would be
something.
a better idea. And Ark, thanks for keeping me in check.
Yeah, you bet. You need bullets. Alright, how's this looking? Fine. How's our power? Fine.
I think Arcade is trying to
Now
say
we're
that I
gonna
shouldn't
move this.
underestimate the importance of defense. And possibly betting on our chances of survival against those Deathworld bugs. Either way, I'm feeling a bit
Look at
nervous.
this.
But
Fresh
it's all part of the
science.
fun.
Organic. Healthy. Not gonna get killed by bugs for a little bit. Maybe. Okay, now we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Ooh,
6.
nice
Please
contrast to
tell
all
me
the
this is gonna work.
bug-filled chaos we've been dealing with. Fresh science and how food sounds like Arcade is craving something more wholesome than just a dose of bug spray.
Yep.
Maybe I'll have to stream some cooking shows or a relaxing spa day to balance out our gaming session.
But hey, at least we're getting science done. Sort of. Oh, he did it. What a champ. Wait, where'd the rest of my
Arcade
turrets
just
go?
found his
Oh
good
my.
fortune. 6 turrets and some carefully placed walls should keep those bugs at bay for a while. Fingers crossed, of course, but I'm feeling pretty optimistic about our chances right now. And hey, 6 it is, let's hope that number holds up.
Always. I was about to say, hey, there's a gun on the ground. And I realized it's because I hate that gun. I wish you could disable spawning with that gun. No, you probably shouldn't. Okay, steel, and then we're going for... Oh, grenades, my beloved. What do these need again? Coal and iron? Yeah. Then we'll be
Looks like
cooking with
Arcade
gas.
just found an unwanted friend in Deathworld.
Oh my
And he's not
god.
too thrilled about it. And haha, nice try with it. I don't want to play with this gun face. Yeah, I can imagine sometimes mods can be a bit too enthusiastic or not so enthusiastic, depending on how you look at it.
These fucking bugs. Why could I not have done like a rail world instead? Oh, okay, you took care of it. Thanks, guys.
Arcade just found his happy
no,
place.
like, oh.
Coal, iron,
Deathworld
and
can't
maybe
be
some
that
steel to
bad.
boot. That's the makings of a serious
Fool.
powerhouse. And I love how he's getting all excited about building up our arsenal. The grenades are definitely going to
Burped
come
right
in
into the
handy
microphone.
against those Deathworld bugs.
Okay. Oh my god. We are so low on iron. Why? Why am I doing this to myself? Doesn't matter. We'll deal with it later. That's probably why. Okay. Let's go here.
Arcade is hinting that we should have built more defenses before introducing those powerful tools into the mix. Yes, hindsight is always 20/20, but at least we can learn from our mistakes and get better for next time.
Okay. 20 green science we will craft by hand. And then probably we want to,
Arcade wants me
like,
to move
sort of
forward
shut
with this
down the
plan
factory
now
for
that
a
we've
little
got a
bit.
good chunk of defenses up. Alright, let's see if we can keep
Let the
those
pollution
bugs
clear
at bay
out,
while we build out our
perhaps.
base. And maybe even get some more
What am I
resources
coming down here
flowing
for?
in.
I don't know. Read my mind. Please. Alright, what do we have? Kind of nothing. But, on the plus side. So here's my plan. We research grenades. We build a lot of grenades. And then, get this. We throw them at the bugs. I want to take out these nests, and then hopefully we'll have some more time to actually grow the factory. I feel like, why is that? Oh. Yeah, this does not feel like enough coal. Feels
Time
like
to
they should be
start
making
building
more.
a
I guess because
factory
there
and
used to
really
be
get this
drills
place
here
humming.
too.
I love the way Arcade is thinking about scaling up production. It's all about efficiency and
Oh,
optimization,
stone. I forgot about
right?
that.
Let's see how far
That's
we
up
can
there.
take
I'm not
this.
going to run there yet. Oh, yes, I am. I'm really afraid of these guys right now.
Arcade just realized he needs some stone for the factory, but now he's getting a little too confident and wants to rush into it. Meanwhile, I'll keep an eye on those bugs while you're busy gathering resources.
Mm-hmm. What's your plan to fight the bugs, May? Oh, I should probably put a turret over here, huh? Oh well. Far too late for caution, consideration, whatever. No, I'm not doing that. We're going to...
Well, since we've
You
got
can
some
hold
time
Z
before
and
things
put
get
like
too
single
intense, I
bullet
think our
packs in
best bet
these.
is to focus on
Let me
building a solid defensive
reorganize this
perimeter
a
and
little
getting
bit.
our turrets up to full power. We'd also try to lure those bugs into traps or funnel them towards our defenses. See if we can whittle down their numbers gradually. What do you think?
Uh-oh. Where did these ones come from? Oh my god, that is the most critical part of the factory. That's not true. Every factory component is equally valuable. Some are just more valuable than others. Classic, man. Look at me quoting classic literature. God, that was bad.
Whoa, Arcade just got a little too attached to one
Oh,
specific
I was
factory
gonna put those on the
component.
coal.
But you're right, every part of our factory is crucial in its own way. The power plants are essential for running our machinery, while the factories themselves produce all the materials we need. I guess we can't put too much stock in any single piece after all. It's the system as a whole that's really important.
Mm-hmm. How many more drills do we have? I don't remember if we have any stockpiled, actually. Did I finish building this? Yes, there are 48 drills ready to go. I see. And we will soon, very soon, have grenades. So let me start grabbing iron, so I'll be ready to send these bugs back to hell.
Arcade is finally taking a step back to assess the situation and realize that this isn't just about one component, okay? I think we've got both of us on the same page now.
Although that might have to be
building
a
up our defenses and
future
making sure
stream
every
event
part of the factory
because
stays safe.
I have to wrap up somewhat soon. I know. Tragic. Wow, how did I miss this? Whatever. Oh, bullets. We need more.
Arcade's just witnessed a major catastrophe. That one bug was
I
able
need
to
to be
destroy a
able to
critical
move faster,
component,
dude.
wasn't
Oh, here we
it?
go. You
Well,
ready?
we can't let that happen again. Time for some serious damage control
3,
and rebuilding.
nope, 4, 2, 3, 2, 1, 0. What? Okay, there we go. Grenade time. Like a full stack of grenades. Oh, let me get rid of this. What is this doing here still? Nothing useful, I'll tell you that much. Let's grab all these bullets. Then we'll go raid that base down in the southeast,
Arcade's trying to shake off the
southwest,
stress of that bug
and
invasion.
then that will
I
be
think
the
he's more interested
finale
in his
of the
Aristel right
stream.
now, though. Anyway, back to business. Let's see if we can't
No,
figure
actually,
out
we're
a
gonna
way
do
to
this
deal
first.
with that pesky bug once and for all. Maybe some oil or glue will do the trick.
I wish we had oil, May. I really do. Flamethrowers are far too good to be allowed in this game. And yet here we are. That
It
isn't
looks like
something you'd
Arcade's
normally
decided
say.
to take matters into his own hands,
But
with
I
an
did.
arsenal full of bullets. No less. Alright, let's gear up
Yo, this guy
literally,
has
and get ready to
bullets.
take down those bugs. I love how you think outside the box. Arca sneak attack is just what we need to turn the stream around.
Lamp. I love lamp. Do you really love lamp, Brick? Alright, oh, projectile damage, yes, we need that. And shooting speed I'm not going to get yet, because bullets are a valuable commodity. I'd rather have bullet damage than bullet shooting speed.
I think
Gotta make
Arcade's
strategic
getting a bit
choices
mixed up
here.
with our Chads, Brit, me, and Arcade in here. Not Lovecraft or
You're
some
not-
other horror character.
you're not Brit.
Anyway, I'll let the bugs take a back seat while we get settled for this epic battle. Are you ready to do
Or
this?
did you just dox her real name? Okay, we have 11 grenades. Is it enough? Let me save really quick, just in case I want to have
See what's
a
going
fun
on now.
fight
Arcade
again.
is weighing his options, and it sounds like he's prioritizing the
probably
benefits
should
of
do-
bullet damage over shooting speed.
Do I have
that
any
makes
turrets
sense,
on me?
considering
No.
how rare bullets are in this game. And I have to agree, sometimes sacrificing a little
Here's the
speed
plan.
for that
Check this
extra
out.
damage can be worth it.
I left clicked instead of right click. Whoops. Ah. I don't know about this. Let's give it a minute. A moment, if you will. Let's put a turret up here first. Then we'll finally have some breathing room. We're going to put turrets here and up here, I think. Actually, if we can just take these guys out now. We'll save here. And completely ignore what I said about building turrets and improving my defenses. We have 15 grenades. What could go wrong?
Arcade's feeling hopeful now
Let me grab a
that our
couple of these,
defenses are in
actually.
place, and taking out those bugs might be the key to getting some real progress. And with them, let's focus on clearing out this area before we add any more components.
Yeah.
It'll give us a chance to catch our breath and get back into the swing of things.
Man, she's so smart. All right, bring it on, bugs. Now I remember that it is right click to throw a grenade, not left click. And there we go. I do remember how to shoot.
Arcade's decided to
Gonna
take
go into
aim.
Helldiver mode.
Let's call it an aggressive approach. And who might argue,
fuck, I need
grabbing those
fish.
grenades sounds like a solid plan. 15 is plenty for now. Just hope we can make some decent use of them before the bug situation gets any
No,
worse.
we're gonna die for sure. If I were a quitter, that's what I'd say. Okay, hold on. I have a plan. Yeah, I need
Oh
a
man,
second to
Arcade's
think.
got a feeling about this. And I think he might be right. We've got
Oh my-
grenades. But are they enough? Those bugs can get pretty aggressive when they feel threatened. This could go either
Okay.
way.
What a great way to end the stream, guys, don't you think? I, for one, am very proud of what we accomplished today. Let's do a quick review, shall we? So, Deathworld. First off, bugs. They're everywhere. Oh, this is fully in the pollution cloud now. No wonder. Yeah, okay, so then the plan for tomorrow. We get on. We
This
bring
is
some
not going
turrets.
well at all.
Take this out.
The
Okay.
bugs just keep coming and coming.
on, May.
I think we underestimated them, Art. Our grenades are being totally overwhelmed by sheer numbers.
We did overestimate them. Underestimate them. Yeah, we need to take these two out. We'll do that tomorrow. And then we'll have a little bit of time before we take this one out. And then we can actually focus on building defense. which means we'll have time to get like an actual wall going, particularly around here. And luckily, I didn't plan this ahead of time, but the bus is headed directly. Look at this. The bus is headed directly towards this oil, which we love oil. And oil is particularly valuable in Deathworlds because flamethrower turrets are just insane. We want them. So, we will pick back up tomorrow. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Hope you have a good day or night, wherever you are. And we'll see you next time.
It looks like Arcade's got a new
after
plan.
she's done
Now
talking.
Let's cook it up, grabbing those grenades and charging into battle.
I
I'm
forgot
not
to
sure
stop
if
the
it's
code.
the best idea, but hey, at least we'll go out with a bang, right? Let's do this.
Let's do this. And by this, I mean say goodbye again. Goodbye. Have a good one. Although I don't want to listen to this song. Hold on. We've had enough of that one.
It looks like Arcade's decided
Shut
to
up,
send
mate.
us off into the sunset. I'll wrap